What's good, people? Happy fucking Sunday. What's good? Yeah. Four likes before we even started. I cannot complain. Although I don't know how much higher it's gonna go. I usually get the same amount of likes every stream, or thereabouts. How you doing, Crystal? Chicken burger. How's it going, Paradox? You right, bro? Enjoy the card last night. Did you make any money? How you doing, Fall? Mavericks traded Luka Doncic. Oh my god, they're fucking stupid. Did they do it for Did they do it for Anthony Davis and some picks and all that? Is oh wow, what have they done? Let me see. He went to the Lakers, did he? That is an astonishingly bad move. What the fuck did they get out of it? You lost like 300. Jesus Christ. I lost like I lost like I don't know, $40 or something. But I could have made 300 if Adesanya won, and I'll be honest, I wasn't that bothered. I had a smile on my face. How you doing, Angie? What's good? You getting your workout in? What did they do? They traded. Apparently, Luka Doncic has been traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Lakers. I thought he was untradeable. I don't get that. Unless he's gone mad and asked for a trade, like he's demanded to get sent. I don't understand that. He's one of the best players in the league. And to get traded to the Lakers, like they're fucking terrible. It's weird. Doing good, Frankie. Hope you're well too. What did you think of the fights? It was fucking boring, mate. Generally, awful card. There were a few moments, another Nurmagomedov loss, which always gets my dick hard. Well, one other thing that gets my dick hard, but generally it was a poor card, and I'm glad at least, that I got to go to bed at a reasonable hour. Worst trade of any sport in my lifetime. I can't think of a worse one off the top of my head. I can't. Anthony Davis is always injured. I don't understand this. There must have been something good. I'm not really a major I was gonna wear my Golden State Warrior shirt on stream today, and I realized it was turning into like an OnlyFans thing. Can't really reveal too much skin. But anyway, yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible trade. I don't understand that at all. I know enough about basketball to know that that's awful. If I was a Mavs fan, I would be on self-deletion right now. I mean, it'd be interesting to get who's a Mavericks fan? Jax from Making the Walk. Mavericks are going to be carried hard by Kyrie now. Kyrie ain't doing no carrying. Them giving away Doncic is them just admitting that they've given up. That they know they're not going to win anything. Didn't they get to like an NBA Finals last year or the year before? Maybe it was last year. Laura Sanko gets my dick wet. Yeah, she gets all our dicks wet. To be fair, she's all right. Maybe I'm going too far. She's a solid 6.5. You're all right. Other than that, many people, I actually don't feel bad for Izzy at all. It's just the nature of the game. I've seen so many fighters come and go. I don't feel sorry for him in the slightest. It's the opposite. I'll be honest though. As much as I hate Israel Adesanya, I didn't get much satisfaction from watching him lose. I didn't hate it, but maybe because I had money on it, I was less happy. But fuck him. Take it, drop in my son, then I'll go for a run. Good job. Keep up the hard work. That's a hard body over there. Doncic is like 25 years old. He'll be good for another 10 years. The game that he has He'll be good for however long he decides to play the game. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible trade. Anthony Davis is a good player, but he's injured too often, and he can't carry a team on his own. Doncic can. Mental. How you doing, Baby Sharp MMA? Shout out to you. Shout out to your channel. Y'all see Joel Alvarez and BSD announced for 314. That's going to be bad for BSD. I agree with Westy. He's going to get battered in that one. The only person that Joel Alvarez has lost to, wasn't it Arman Sarukian? Arman Sarukian beat the shit out of him, I'm pretty sure. And that's it. And he got dominated. Apart from that, he's looked incredible. BSD, I was saying for a long time, BSD is not that good. I like to think instead of dropping him off somewhere, you're just letting him fall to the floor. Oh, well said. To be fair, Doncic is injured all the time too. He had a pretty good injury record. He had a pretty good injury record for the last few years. I don't understand unless he's had a pretty bad injury record this year, which I'm not sure about. Because I've watched basically, yeah, I started watching it. I told you guys when it comes to NBA, yeah, I'm a glory hunter, yeah. So when the Warriors were doing well, I was straight up that bumhole. I was all over it. And then once they fell off a fucking cliff, I just stopped watching again. So I haven't really been watching too much basketball lately. I'm a glory hunter. But yeah, it's a terrible trade. Awful trade. I don't see the benefit to it. Like, even if Doncic is injured or has been injured recently, I don't understand that. I mean, what else did they get from it? They got a pick here and probably another player, right? What's the full extent of the trade? Let's have a look. Um the Mavericks receive Davis, Max Christie, Lakers. Who the fuck is Max Christie? I don't even know who that cunt is. The Lakers 2029 first round pick. I mean, the Lakers are going to be really bad in 2029. The Lakers receive Kleber, Markieff Morris, 55,000 in cash. What is the point of that? I don't know what the Jazz got a whole. What did the fuck did the Jazz get out of all of this? Why did the Jazz even have to be involved? It was probably money. I know that's ironic. I tried to jump on the Newcastle bandwagon when we got Shara. That was a form of glory hunting. And look how that turned out for me. I got a good like 4 championships out of the Warriors or whatever. Newcastle was giving me nothing. How you doing, Otino? Mav should have gotten like 3 first round picks in return. The thing is, yeah, Anthony Davis is very, very good. It's just he's not that guy, is he? You've been a Spurs fan for your ooh. Nah, mate, I ain't. Oh, you mean? Oh, sorry. Yes, I got confused there. You meant a San Antonio Spurs fan. I like the Spurs, but the thing is, yeah, I had way too many. So here's the thing, yeah. When I first started watching basketball, I became a Warriors fan because I got really heavily into gambling, and they were really shit at the time. They just traded Monta Ellis for Andrew Bogut, and they were shit. So when the playoffs were on, we weren't in it. So what I would do is I would support like different teams in the playoffs depending on who I liked at the time. And the teams that I always liked, the Spurs always seemed to get in their way. So I kind of liked the Heat for a little while, in one of the playoffs. And I think the Spurs beat them on 2 of them. Newcastle's only giving you stress. Yep. Did the dog fucker call it? Not officially. Not officially. But I believe it's coming. I think the thing is, yeah, with Izzy, yeah, there's still some fights he can win, but in terms of being like a championship fighter, he's done. Oh, you've been watching? Yeah, I've been watching the NBA for at least 10 years. At least 10 years. So it was basically 2 seasons before the Warriors got really, really good, is when I started supporting them. I didn't think they were going to get as good as they got. I don't think anyone did, but there was something there. It's been like 10 years, I'd say. I wanted to see Izzy go on a longer losing streak, to be honest. Oh, it's coming. He's gonna lose more. The thing is, yeah, now that he's been slapped, he's in a funny position because he's gonna have to. It's gonna go in two ways here. Either he's gonna be in non-title fights where he's going to leg kick his way to victory as he has in the past, and no one's gonna give a shit, or he's gonna try and throw himself back into contention by going out and forcing wins, and he's gonna get clipped because he's not as good as he thinks he is. I've seen people try to move the goalpost saying Izzy is losing to elites, but now Imavov suddenly is an elite fighter. One thing for sure, Izzy is done fighting any prospects actually serious for title contention. I agree with that. The thing is, yeah, I think the guru summed it up really, really well. The warning signs for Izzy have been there all along. And I'm not saying Izzy wasn't a great fighter because he was very, very effective. We have to give him that. But how many starching, amazing performances has he really had? The Whitaker one, I'd say Whitaker and Costa are his two greatest victories. And I mean, Whitaker's been starched since, and we've discovered that Paulo Costa was never that good and kind of a pea brain. I mean, I love Paulo, but it ain't that good a win. As an Izzy hater, we deserve more losses before he retires. I'm fully with you on that, Kloss. I'd like to see him get banged out a few more times. What surprised me though is I didn't really feel when he lost. Yeah, I wasn't like laughing. Like when Drickus beat him. I was literally like ejaculating. I was so happy. But this didn't. I was kind of like, it's kind of sad now. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. I was literally like, whatever. And the thing is, I think it was partially, as I was saying earlier, I think it was partially like blinded out because I had I had I had Izzy like on the end of a parlay. I was gonna win a couple of $100 because I bet on MVP. I had like a 4-leg underdog parlay, and Izzy was my only favorite, and the prick went and lost. So I was, but because like I hate him, it was a bit of he lost, but then it's like I missed out on like $500, so it was a bit annoying. The Spurs crushing the Heat in 2014 was one of the greatest sporting times of my life. I was walking on clouds. It was incredible. Was that the year that Kawhi won his title with you guys? Yeah. Izzy lost to a Frenchman. He was always overrated. That's the thing about Izzy. I mean, he's had a great career, but any of this notion of going down as the greatest middleweight of all time is gone, and being in the top 10 is gone. It's gone for him. It's over. And ironically, he's going to be. I was saying this to Jax earlier as well. He needs to basically hope that Alex Pereira goes on the motherfucking tear of a lifetime, wins a heavyweight title, and becomes the GOAT himself. And then he can say, "Oh, I beat the GOAT once." That's basically it for he starts Brunson, and Brunson, even though he's older and not technical as good a fighter, that barely was a sentence for me. Sorry, mate. I totally fumbled that one. Brunson was a decent win at the time, or it felt like a decent win at the time. But Brunson is pretty dog shit as well. Izzy should be beating guys like that. BSD learned to fight with a rifle. He should be permitted to use this one in the octagon. It's his style. I'm with that as well. I think you should be able to bring all the tools that you're good at into it. Oh, Joel would batter the I've been watching MMA in earnest since about 2019. Sean beating Izzy is the most excited. Bro, honestly, it's top 3 for me. It's top 3. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Because it was so unexpected. Like with Drickus, I was really happy, but it wasn't that surprising. Sean Strickland and beat because it's not just the fact that the thing is that if he'd if he'd knocked out Izzy in the first round and then finished him, it would have been great and everything, but it wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been as enjoyable. The fact that he beat him in pretty much every single round, and it started to dawn on me because for the first 3 rounds of that fight, I was thinking, Adesanya's going to catch him. Adesanya's going to, and then after a while, I realized, Anakin, I'm glad you brought up Davis. Yeah, what a shit performance that was. I hyped up Davis massively. I believed in him as a prospect, and even though he's like 32 years old now, I believed he was one of the most all-rounded, underrated guys. As soon as he pulled guard in that first minute, I knew he was fucked. I knew it was done for him. What a terrible performance that was. Brunson is arse. Yeah, he is. Izzy has fought literally the same time the entire time after winning championship and afterwards. Where was the involvement in Izzy's game? This is the thing. A lot of creators have been calling out. They've been calling out Adesanya for a while. Guru's been the main one for it, saying that his boxing's been trash, and he got criticized pretty heavily for it. He was right though. Once he said it, it kind of became everyone else started seeing it. It was pretty bad. They said Davis had Lyme's disease. He's well, he better do. He fucking better. He fucking better because he was dog shit, mate. But the thing is, though, Ziam, I said that Davis would win, but I said it was a worrying one because Ziam's looked amazing. And the Ziam that everyone thought was trash, the guy who got like ragdolled by Terrence McKinney, he was skinny as fuck. He's clearly put time into like strength and conditioning, and he looks amazing, Ziam, and he's skilled. And even in the first round, Izzy was winning on points, but Imavov was on to defending all the kicks. The high kicks weren't close, body kicks got in, yeah, but Imavov was calm, collected. He figured Izzy out. It's again, if you're a good boxer and you press forward, Izzy's fucked. We've seen that now. There's a blueprint for Izzy there. The thing is that there was too much respect for him with the leg kicks, and I think because he'd knocked some people out, most fighters that were going in, they gave him too much respect. You've got to pressure him and just have really good boxing, and he's done. He ain't got it. Musical exposed today. What was musical exposed for? What have you done? Did y'all catch the broadcast team giving Davis personal medical info out? I didn't. Well, I didn't know he had Lyme's disease, but I mean, he fucking better. Like I said, fuck me. That was an awful performance. It doesn't explain if you've got Lyme's disease. All right, fine, yeah. It doesn't explain pulling guard. I need to see an IQ test. Fucking retarded. If you're gonna be live a while, you should react to the video. I don't know how. I don't mind reacting to it. I've actually got a short coming out promoting one of your videos tomorrow. I'll. How long is the video? I don't mind reacting to it. McKinney is still good. Finish Demir quick. McKinney's trash. McKinney's awful. He'll do that against anyone decent, and he's gonna get chinned again. But at least he's fun. Who's this dude streaming, and where is Frankie? What do you mean? You going on about something about you going on about my appearance again? Are you all right, bro? When's with sight? Is that Siab? Oh, we thought his only win would be in the lead up, and we were content with that. Really, for him to win and not fluke a win, a pillar to post comprehensive win was incredible. Oh, you fought Sean? Yeah, that's what was so satisfying about it. That's what was so satisfying about. It wasn't just that he won against Izzy; it was the way that he beat him up. You saw midway through that fight that Izzy had no answers, and it was just glorious to see him. Like he was looking like, "What do I do?" It was fantastic. You just think Ziam looked really good. Ziam did look really good, but Mike Davis pulled guard in 2025 in the first minute of that fight. He tried to take him down, which Davis is usually really good at, by the way, and then just slumped to the ground. I didn't understand what he was trying to do. I know his jiu-jitsu game is really good. He had a nice like calf slicer there in the second round. It was a horrible performance. He didn't get his striking going. It was horrible. It was a real letdown because I've been waiting for Davis to come back. I know he's had injuries. I know he's had illness. Well, now I know he's had illness. It's not good enough. It was the limes in his system that made him pull guard. That's what I was getting at. But yeah, I agree with you, Paradox. I do think Ziam looked amazing, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Davis's strategy was really stupid. And it's not like Ziam's awful on the ground as well, because he's not. He's got submissions down there. I don't know why the fuck you're pulling guard. Do you have one of those tall, skinny houses like in the in-betweeners? No. No, my house is thick, bro. Thick and long. Like something else. Not that. Um, Ziam would beat Jalen Turner. I reckon he would. I reckon he would. I think Ziam would lose to Joel Alvarez, but I think he'd beat Jalen Turner. Ziam's ceiling is like 10 to 15 because he is good, but lightweight is real strong. Dana said Ziam should be ranked in the top 15 now. It's an absolute travesty that he's not. And he seems like a nice lad as well. Let's see the lightweight rankings. Let's see who's available. Lightweight rankings. I think they could do. Well, we now know that Grant Dawson wouldn't be terrible, but Grant Dawson kind of deserves like a higher ranked opponent as well. As much as I don't rate him, the fact that Jalen Turner is ranked is mad. How is Jalen Turner going up one rank just because Benoit Saint Denis lost? Jalen Turner's on a losing streak as well. I don't understand that. How you doing, Kerry? What's good, my man? Michael the Count Davis gets glazed a little too much. Bro, I'm fully off it now. I'm off the bandwagon now. That was a horrible sandwich. Sniff, you piece of shit. That was a horrible performance. And that would be a horrible sandwich. How you doing, Sniff? Fucking asshole. When are you getting monetized, Frankie? I've got $2 burning a hole in my pocket right now. I'm never gonna do it, bro. I'm never gonna do it. Maybe give it to like Northwest or one of the boys. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. I'm not. I can't get monetized now anyway. Even if I wanted to, I still need to get to that magical 1,000. But no, I'm not even gonna monetize even when I do. Good to see you, Kerry. Hope you're well, my man. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed the card. Him and BSD are teammates and friends, so they won't go against each other. Oh, that makes sense. Who's Ziam? Yeah, I like Ziam versus Oh yeah, Zalal. Zalal and Faraz. I mean, they do look kind of similar. I can understand why you might get them mixed up. Since Fiziev hasn't found an opponent for a while, maybe you can do Ziam versus Fiziev. It doesn't do much for Fiziev. Fiziev is kind of like a. Fiziev is kind of a he's a name. I reckon they possibly do Fiziev versus Chandler. I think that'll be next. I disagree on Izzy not handling aggressive boxing. Alex got cracked in boxing range with Izzy, and so did Gastelum and Whitaker. I really think Izzy is just old and slower and has a lot of fight miles. I don't think he does, you know. I don't really agree with that. I don't think he's really Izzy's been in very few wars. I don't think he's yeah, I don't think it's that. Yeah, if you could link Northwest. Yeah, Northwest is literally homeless. Literally. If anyone needs donations, it's Northwest. Bit racist of you there, Kloss. I mean, they look minorly the same. It was a good card. I'm happy Izzy lost. I thought it was a terrible card. I was bored out of my fucking mind. If it had been like an all night card, I might have gone to bed. Maybe. This is pre-recorded. McPooperton, how you doing, sir? I wish it was pre-recorded. I'd love to be asleep right now. These early Sunday ones are just doing me in. They're doing me in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that paradox. Thank you very much, Lane. Yeah, it was time to cut the. Do you know what? I was saying this yesterday in my live. Yeah, I told you guys my mother's got dementia, right? I cut my hair off and I went to go see her on Friday. We watched a movie together. She doesn't really talk that much, and she saw me walk in and she went, "Oh, thank God, you looked terrible." I was like, "Wow, wow," just got moved to. But yeah, everyone pretty much like as soon as I cut my hair, they were like, Man, you look terrible, man. Your hair was just, you looked homeless. It's like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Pretty much everyone in my life has said that to me. It's awful. Do not give your money to Fight Night Juki. Give it to the homeless. That's fucking unnecessary, mate. That's how, that proves though that I'm, anyway, that proves I'm not saying what you're saying I am. I'll be all over that $2. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, JPO? What's good, my man? JPO, I swear to God, yeah, I was gonna wear the legendary hoodie today, and it's still somehow not managed to get into the wash cycle. So next stream, I put it in the washing machine myself. Next stream, I'm rocking the merch, son. Gonna be all over it. That comment was pre-recorded. Who else is taking a shit? Oh man. To be fair, watching my streams is the perfect time to be taking a dump. To be fair, that'll loosen you right up. Won't be able to type, but listening. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for stopping by. We're just talking. Stop that, Sniff. Sniff, you're more of a J than I am. And I don't even mean that as an insult. I've got nothing against I say that like I've got something against Jays. I do not. I'm not that guy. Stop pulling me into your web of bullshit. Holy cow! I was looking at the description of Northwest Channel, and he's got about 25 things linked, including his phone number. Northwest is legitimately homeless, man. Legitimately. So if you wanna hook somebody up with a couple of bucks, honestly, everything helps with him. Steve Spiros, my fucking G. How you doing, brother? The only guy on here with a more interesting job than I've got. And I swear to God, my job's not so much interesting, it's more like torture at this point. Great Haspy. McPooperton, how many do you know, if I did a poll and said how many of you guys are taking the shit, I reckon it would be about 50%. Frankie, I've been eating a lot of shrooms. That's fantastic, mate. How you doing, Tim Denham? Fucking all the boys are turning up. Hope you enjoyed the car, Tim. Hope you got exactly what you wanted out of it. I say babysitting. I wasn't babysitting. I was looking after my child, which is a completely different thing. I can hear him shouting right now. So we may get another visit. What do you do for work, Frankie? I'm currently at a university, so I'm working as I'm a professor of literature, but I took a job, like I was technically retired, but I took a job at like a kind of a B Tech, not a B Tech, it's like a a low tech university. And half the people are not there to, let's just say they're not really interested in getting a degree. And just I've seen some fucked up stuff. I've been there like 3 weeks. I've seen some fucked up stuff there. I subbed and turned on notifications. Next time he goes live, I'll donate and tell him you sent me. You don't even have to do that, bro. But thanks for subbing to him. Just say you were doing it out of the goodness of your heart, and I'm sure he'd really appreciate. He's a really good dude as well. Such a lovely guy is Northwest. I need to shout at him as well. Thoughts on the Bryce Mitchell situation? He's definitely started off a little bit of. I didn't want to get into this too much because, to be honest, I'm a little bit ignorant on it. I don't know that much. First of all, I don't know that much about the Holocaust. I think all I'm saying is the way that Bryce Mitchell articulates himself is he's a retard. Let's just call it what it is. He's a dumb, low IQ, inbred cunt. Let's keep it real. And I like Bryce Mitchell. I like him. But whenever people find out I'm a professor, they suddenly change their tack to me. They're like, you? It kind of shows that anyone can do it. Teaching Hebrew studies, fuck off, Sniff. That is, funnily enough, that sometimes is part of it. In other words, you teach basic English to immigrants. It's basically to like it's not really immigrants. It's basically like well, I wish that'd be more fun, to be honest. It's basically like I'm used to kind of teaching in more like I don't know, like prestigious universities. This one ain't that. But they threw so much money at me that I was like, I have to do it. I have to. And it's like I'm regretting every minute of it. The less you know about it, the more you know about it. I do. I've done some studying. Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, when it comes to that branch of history, I'm not very well informed. But it seems like Bryce Mitchell isn't very well informed either, or at least he doesn't articulate himself in the right way. The thing is that it's like with the Alex Jones thing. He kind of reminds me of Alex Jones. Like Alex Jones said some things that turned out to be really true, but he threw in such a whole crock of bullshit in there as well. And the way that he articulates himself, he just comes off like an idiot. So it makes like legitimate stuff seem retarded. Why don't you ask your students if they can help you get back to one? That's uncalled for, mate. You really think I'll tell my students that I do YouTube? Are you mad? I don't really do YouTube. Have you seen Bryce saying that the man, woman, lady that boxed in the Olympics was Colin Kaepernick? That's a fucking hilarious thing to say. Sniff, you're welcome to come on and inform me, mate. You're welcome to you're welcome to my platform is your platform, sir. Alex Jones is Jewish. Is he? Is that correct? I lost my glasses and now I can't find them because I don't have glasses. That's a beautiful sentence, Steve. Anyway, I hope you're well, man. I'm looking forward to catching up with you more because, like I said, you sound like you got a very interesting. You must see some shit every day. Frank, what you need is a cattle prod. Give them a good shock every time they're not paying. Crystal, I don't even care if they're not paying attention. To be honest, I don't give a fuck. I get paid. I'm not bothered. My attitude when you're if you're paying to go to university, yeah, and you're too much of a dumb cunt, yeah, to sit there and listen, that's on you, bro. Waste your money. It doesn't affect my life. I'll do my work, and I'll teach you. If you want to learn, you want to learn. If you don't, then whatever. I'm not bothered. When Bryce said he's done his own research, it's like, cool. Yeah, I'm sure he scrutinized everything he read and definitely didn't accept everything, confirming his bias as gospel. I would say it's more that. I would say he's ill informed. But also, as well, it's like with sources these days, it's like you just don't know. You don't know. And I think it's just better to be open minded about these things. My view of things is always pragmatic, you know? You should flex on students when they talk out of line and say you have more subs than them. I probably have students that have more subs than me, to be fair. Bruv, some of them are like, they're 24 and under. They know how to play this game. I'm an old cunt, mate. I got no idea what I'm doing. Holocaust expert basically is the same level as Tolkien scholar. True stories, mate. There's too much unknowns. I'm about to eat a bunch of crepes and coffee and then study for 12 hours straight. Oh, so you're in. Did you say you're in paramedic school now? Yeah, mate. One shift is all right. Take advantage of this studying time while you can. It's awesome. I wish I could go back to doing that. I miss it as well. There's a clip of him saying he's Jewish, but you might have been lying. Who? Alex Jones. He doesn't come across as very Jewish to me. For multiple, I mean, I don't know what coming across as Jewish means, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. I won 300, but only real bet was on Terrence by KO. Us Aussies all felt for you UK guys after being up all night. I don't know how you guys continually do it. Mate, I'll tell you something, yeah. It's going to be interesting trying to do it now that I'm working. I'll be real. I did it the first week I was working, and now obviously we've had the second card. I don't know if it's going to be feasible. I think what I might do, yeah, is the Apex cards, I might watch them the next day. Just like turn off all social media, try and do that. And then like the numbered cards is when I'll watch them. I'll see. How you doing, Charlie? I love that name. Charlie. I kind of feel like saying it like that. I don't know why. Are you a shinobi assassin? It's not the worst accusation I've had. It won't be the worst accusation I've had today. By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to Baby Sharp MMA, mosey on over there. He's a really good content creator. We've got who else in here does JVD Media, of course. Crystal Miller, Sniff, of course. Sniff Paradox to Chad hasn't made a video in a little while, but may eventually get back in the game again. So guys, subscribe to each other. So like Hank the Tank, Baby Sharp MMA. Who else have I got in here? Just subscribe to each other. That'd be awesome. What was I saying? Steve, I'm about to eat chocolate chip pancakes with Cool Whip, the breakfast of champions. But bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's what I was ranting about. This UK thing has got to stop. It's got to stop. I cannot fucking mate. Especially with the cards being so shit last year. Hang on a second. JVD's up in the building. How you doing, bro? Hang on, let's stick JVD in. How you doing, bro?
It's been a bit.
Been a bit. It's been a bit. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What you been up to? What adventures you been on?
Nothing, man. I've been back working. It's been dreadful. I can't wait to tell all the stories. I can't really do it right now, but I've been writing stuff down. I've been writing
Did
down.
the money run out?
Say what?
Did the money run out?
No, it's not. No. It's just that I got like a. It was one of those ones where like I got an offer I couldn't refuse, and I was like, I've been a little bit bored lately. I thought, fuck it, I'll get back in. See how
Fair
it
enough.
goes. Yeah. How's your shit, man? How's the healing going?
Oh, that's good. It's I'm walking now.
Oh, nice.
I've been just going out, seeing friends and shit. Really.
Catching up on some stuff. That sounds good, man.
It's been a decent time off. Not been too bad
Yeah.
at all. Shit weather still though.
Well, you know, like what it's
Too
like
fucking
around here.
cold.
Yeah, it's not going to pick up until what, April or whatever. Anyway, I know you've got some stuff to say about Bryce Mitchell, so we've got a nice number of people in here now. What do you reckon?
Well, what about it? What about Bryce
Well,
Mitchell?
you've obviously got strong opinions about it. How did you feel about the whole situation? Let's get your real opinion on it.
I thought it was hilarious.
Really?
I thought it was funny. I was like, no fucking way this is happening. But then I was like, I also saw this coming because I've been on Twitter. And if I can just go on Twitter and just find all of this myself, so can anyone else.
But
And
by find all of this yourself, what exactly are you referring to?
find out the truth, find out truth about Holocaust and
But that's on Twitter, though, right? Do you say on Twitter?
yeah, just all over Twitter, really.
Mm.
It starts off, you interact, you can just view it and not even like any of this stuff. You just view one right-wing post and then you're viewing two and then you're viewing three, and it's just a snowball.
Yeah, but I mean, it's reliability and credibility. How far can it go?
Well, yeah,
Maybe
there's a lot of
that's the issue.
well poisoning. There's a whole lot of well poisoning, but a lot of stuff about the Holocaust is just actual historical facts.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really have I don't really have much opinions on what he was said because, as I said, I'm a little bit ignorant to that period of history. I just think it was it certainly got people talking, and I guess that's not always a bad thing. I think it might result in his career being over though, which would be a shame.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
know
his
if he's gonna get
career is
booked.
going to be over because he did apologize and retract everything.
Did he?
Yeah, he got the call. He got the Jewish call.
They must have absolutely roasted him.
Paulo Costa went at him.
Did Paul? Oh, that's
because he retracted. Because he retracted.
so Paulo Costa basically called him a pussy, yeah, for retracting everything he said,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
I
no
love
one cares. No one cares.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah, it's the genie's out the bottle in it. He's put it out there now. It is what it is. Apology or not, I think we all know how he really. This was not a surprising thing coming from him at all. We all saw it.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But like,
There's
do
no
you?
taking
Because
it back.
this has never happened before, other than like Mel Gibson.
Was yeah, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's attacked a lot of institutions and stuff though, and Mel Gibson's always been that guy. He's always been very strongly opinionated. I still like Mel. I think he's the guy. Maybe not necessarily for that, but like I just enjoy him in general.
JVD knows they're allowing criticism of Jays because it leads people to Christianity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The reason it's all on Twitter is because they want people Christian.
You
Or
think that's the
Muslim.
agenda, yeah?
Yeah. They want a Muslim or Christian.
Who wants people Muslim or Christian?
Brazilians.
Mate, you're something else. I can see you were buzzing though.
Oh yeah, it was
I was,
it
I
was
was, I
so
was
funny.
waiting for
I
the
was like,
video to drop.
I had to make a video. Just had to.
How
And it
did
did
last? How
well.
did last
It
night?
did
How
well.
did last night's stream go? Was it a good one?
Yeah, it was decent. I found out at this the community only cares about drama. They're actually all drama halls.
Right.
So they only really like came in when I was chatting shit. So I was just chatting shit for like 4 hours,
Mm.
and did really
Okay.
well. But yeah, they're all drama sluts.
Yeah, I can be a drama slut sometimes too. I'm not gonna lie. It can be,
Where were
be
you,
it can
G?
be it can make an exciting. It can make an exciting evening.
I was waiting for your
Yeah.
pop in. Where was that?
I was gonna come on yesterday, but yeah, I just had the entire, like I said, by the time the card, I barely made it to the end of the card, and I was just gone at that point. I slept really early yesterday. I was pretty finished.
Fair enough.
So you're gonna keep cracking on with the you're gonna start putting more time into the channel, or what's the plan?
Probably not, G. I'm probably gonna like keep doing what I'm doing, just being out more.
Just pop on when you feel like it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I might just abandon the channel and pick it back up when I'm doing the fighting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I might just keep the. I mean, I can just leave, and I've got the connections and whatnot. You know,
Yeah,
I
it
can
makes
I
sense.
can
When
completely I
do you
can
think you're gonna
completely
go
just
back to
stop this
training?
stuff and still have some media connections. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. When do you think you'll go back to actually getting in the gym again?
I mean, the doctors have said like June, but I also shouldn't have been walking until like March, right? So
Right, yeah.
they've been very very wrong.
But
So
you're a young man. You
I'm
can go
hoping for
fast.
like a late March. That'd be very ideal,
Yeah,
or
that
early
sounds
March.
good.
I mean, I don't want to I don't want to rush it. Obviously,
Yeah, of course, of course.
I might get back to a normal gym before going back to an MMA gym.
Do you have do you have an MMA gym picked out? Is there somebody that you work with already? I've never really asked you this before.
Yeah, no, I was training at a gym before.
Okay. Well, we're all looking forward to seeing what you do anyway. Hopefully it won't be too long.
I'm hoping to get into some sort of cage this year,
Mhm.
even if it has to be King of the Streets. Straight up, I'll do
The
it.
fuck is King of the Streets?
Search it up, G. It's
Uh,
big.
is that what it sounds like? Is that
Not
like that
street. If
fucking?
it does it sound like street
All right,
beefs, it's not
there we are.
street beefs.
It is
So
exactly what it sounds like. It's like I thought I figured it would be like a form of street beefs.
it's a. I
It's a
mean,
slight rung up here from street beefs.
it's you can do what you want. It's all on concrete.
Whoa,
You can bite.
mate, you'd be back in the
You can
hospital again
bite. You
later.
can
But
kick in the
it sounds like you'd
balls.
be back in the hospital if you win.
You can eye poke.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
all right, mate.
it's good.
It's good, yeah. Do you reckon we could convince Sniff to get on, and maybe you two can have a little bit of a debate about this? Because I'm the wrong person to be talking to about fucking Bryce Mitchell, and
Can't really debate when you both agree.
that's the well. Does Sniff agree with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more looking for a history lesson from Sniff. I like when Sniff goes off.
I don't know why it won't come on.
Street beef spot on concrete. I've never seen this. Is it worth checking out? Have they got any characters on there?
What street beefs?
On King of the Streets?
Nah.
I've not really watched much of street beefs either. I've seen the odd clip. It's just
Yeah,
funny watching
I've seen
people
the
beat each other
odd
up.
video. I don't like the people who run it.
Mm,
Like the guy that the announcer guy.
not really. I'm not really familiar with him.
Yeah, he's just fucking annoying.
Mm, proper scumbag, yeah.
No, it's just like he's like boxing promoters in a
Mm,
sense where he's like all about him. In like yeah, he just bigs himself up like he's something when he's just an announcer.
yeah, I hear that. That sounds a bit annoying. I might check it out though. Anyway, I mean, it's fighting at the end of the day. But
Street beefs is fucking shit. Go king in the streets. That is much more worth your time.
how do you hear about all these things?
Grapevine. I don't really seek
Okay,
it out. I just get told it.
okay, just word of mouth and that.
Yeah.
What is this? Tim dropping some knowledge there as well. It's not gonna charge. What is street heaths? Man, I remember when Street Beast was just in a backyard in Virginia. How you doing, Cheddarhead? I mean, it's upgraded a little bit. I mean, street there's a lot of space for that underground fighting stuff. I think it was huge in like the 90s when like Kimbo and those guys were doing it, but it kind of went off a little bit. I'm amazed that it's like I'm amazed that it doesn't get shut down quickly. To be honest, like because Street Beefs can't be like. I mean, is it technically legal? I suppose because they're wearing pads and stuff. Is that like the legality thing that they managed to get over the hump with that?
Yeah, it's just sparring.
You just say it's sparring. You just get some shin pads on and shit, and just say it's sparring. I wonder if they have to sign
It's not
anything.
illegal to fight. It's yeah, it's I don't know how
I
they
think
do
it
it,
is
but I
illegal to
think it
fight,
is
mate.
just I
It's
mean,
illegal
here it
to fight.
is,
It's
but in
not
a lot
illegal
of in
to.
a no, in a lot of places, especially America, there's a lot of states that allow fighting.
Interesting. I wasn't aware of that. I think it's a good way of getting things out of your system. Anyway, I'm not against it. I'm just surprised by it. Street pork.
I wasn't looking at that one.
You would. I'm not gonna say the. I'm not gonna say the R word. I was more saying that one out loud, so I would draw attention to the one above it. Where else is it legal so I can never go there on holiday? I don't want to sound like a bitch or anything, but
No, you have to. Both parties have to agree.
okay.
Not assault. Assault isn't legal like anywhere.
I didn't think you could legally agree to get into a fight either like that. I didn't think that's how things went down, but I don't know. I wouldn't say my legal knowledge is that good either.
I don't know where are you moving to anyway.
Actually, I've got like a few. I'm talking to a few universities at the moment. I might. There's a possibility I might go to Egypt in the next couple of weeks for a few months.
What happened to Poland?
I'm not going to Poland. Are you mad?
Come on, G.
No, no, no.
It's good there.
Poland is an underrated place to go on holiday, but I wouldn't live there. The money there's shit in it.
Mm,
In Egypt, at least there's no tax,
get a fucking
and it's
remote job.
all what?
Get a fucking remote job.
Uh, in my profession, it's not really as bruv, it's not as exciting. I'll tell you. I told you this, yeah. The other day, yeah, I was at work. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this little tidbit. This is the kind of stuff I've been dealing with, yeah. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I was sitting in my office the other day, and an 18-year-old boy ran across my fucking where my window was, yeah, carrying
Mm,
something in his hand. It turns out, yeah, he had caught a rat, drowned it, and battered it to death, and then picked it up and was running around swinging it around his head.
lol.
That's the kind of shit I've been dealing with in the last 3 weeks
In a uni.
in a uni. Yeah.
The fuck? What in the
So where
actual
so where my uni where the university I'm not gonna give too many details because obviously I don't want to reveal exactly where I work for obvious reasons.
was it a
But
brown?
the university I work in is basically it's sort of in farmland. There's like a lot of
Mm.
farmland around it. So
Oh,
there's a
is it a
lot of
spastic school?
sorry, say again?
Is it a spastic school?
It's a university. It's not a spastic school.
Alright.
We've got like peacocks wandering around the grounds and all that kind of shit. It's mad.
Alright. When you hear farm and school, you think retards. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of it would add up to be fair, but these are, you know, they're just mad, bro. I think they've just like they're probably going to university because their parents made them, but they don't really want to be there. A lot of them, like we do have students that are very that they've buckled down and they try really hard, but there's a lot of them that are just mad. They're all doing drugs and shit, and like there's stuff going on in bathrooms. I'm dealing with something every day. People are trying to fight each other. I've got
Let 'em.
those like those metal like drainage. You know those long like metal drainage things that you can. A student tried to pick it up and whack me over the head with it the other day.
Should have fucking
I've been having one.
banged them out.
You can't do it.
You can.
Nah. Thing
You
is, if
actually
he
can.
swung and hit me, I think that would be different.
No,
But
swinging at you is no. That's plenty reason
so I could have
to.
banged him out.
Yes.
They didn't tell me I could.
If somebody
I'm very
swings at,
careful.
if
I'm
somebody
very careful, man. I don't
swings a
because the
punch
thing
at
is, yeah,
you,
if I get a criminal record with my job, I lose my license, innit? It's like being a
are the
well,
cameras
it's not
around?
like being a doctor, but it's like you get DRB checked, innit?
Was there cameras?
No, there wasn't.
DBS.
Yeah, DBS, yeah. So it's like a police clearance,
No.
innit? You need to
Well,
go
if there
through one
wasn't
before you
cameras,
get
then
the
yeah,
job.
I probably wouldn't risk it. But
I don't think there were cameras, you know.
ah,
But it's a witnesses thing, innit?
shit, uni.
You bang someone out. It's like Poland's amazing, baby shop. It's amazing. I mean, I wouldn't live there because I've heard like it's a bit racist, which would actually be fine for me.
What?
But I've got like I said, I've got like I've got Chinese children and that. How could
How
they?
Yeah, but they're Asian, so how Chinese? Because you're a pasty white boy. They got to be some white.
They're pretty white, to be fair.
Just say yeah. When they go
They're
to
like
school, they can
white,
just
but
say they're
they've
exotic,
no, but
bro.
they're white, but they've got like Chinese features in some ways. So they've got like Chinese hair. Why are you grinning? I said Chinese features and you just started smirking to yourself. What the fuck was that?
I'm just thinking like
No,
perhaps.
bro. Why'd you have to go there? It's not like that. They don't have like. I mean, the thing is here like this Chinese eyes thing as well. A lot of them aren't like that. It's more like I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know.
You can see them mixed.
Chinese are pretty squinty.
Not. Oh, I don't know. I think different regions in it.
Hmm.
Different regions. I don't because China's a big place, bro. They all look different. Because like the Chinese that live near Russia are quite white. You know when they're on that border.
Mm.
It's such a big region. It's like America in it. They're just completely different. Frankie, are you in the janitorial industry? I'm honestly thinking of making a change, mate. It wouldn't be as bad as this. But like I
Shut
said,
up.
I've got other job offers. I might be. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking shit about it. I actually like it. I'm enjoying the job because it's funny. They're young adults here. Every day is different. They're funny in it.
Hmm.
Like, and at the end of it, I'll have like good stories to tell. But it's stressful. Which Asians are the ones with big bulbous frog eyes? Mongolians?
Mongolians.
Mongolian?
Is that not the Koreans?
Mongolians don't. I mean, I think Mongolians have bigger eyes than. Depends. Japanese kind of have those cartoon eyes sometimes.
No, 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 no. Koreans.
Koreans, yeah.
Koreans have quite normal eyes. They have quite like normal
What do you mean by
Caucasian
normal?
eyes.
What do you mean normal eyes?
Caucasian.
What do you mean normal eyes? What the fuck do you mean by
Caucasian.
that?
White.
Caucasian is in standardized eye sizes, yeah. Like there's a you're scum, you know. You're scum, mate.
How am I scum? I mean, no. I'm in a white country. Well, in a should be white country.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, but yeah,
Your people get
Poland.
an island in Fiji.
Say what?
Your people get an island in Fiji.
Mm, I guess so. I've never been to Fiji. That's on the list as well. But yeah, Poland, I've heard is a nice place to visit. I'd probably, like I said, I'd probably go there.
Let's go at
What
the
the Phil-
downsides of living there because you went racism.
They are though.
Yeah.
They're known for it. They're known for being like, what do you call it? Militant. Asian women have nice
Well,
legs.
I'll
They
have
do.
fun. More for me.
The nice thing about Asians and their legs is they don't consider the legs to be a sexual part, so they show them off quite a bit. What the Filipinos look like? They're like again, they're kind of mixed. They're usually darker skinned, usually, and
Yeah.
small. There's a lot of like Spanish. A lot of Filipinos have like Spanish mixed with them because they were obviously colonized by Spain like hundreds of years ago or whatever. So a lot of them have like Spanish surnames and they've got a little bit of that mix. To be honest, the one thing that pisses me off about that part of the world though, Their accents
What all
piss
Asian
me off.
accents?
Filipino and Thai as
Oh,
well. They
yeah,
piss
it's
me
all
off.
like quite quick, innit?
It's a very whiny, and it's a very whiny sort of like, it kind of sounds like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And another thing, one thing that winds me up about Filipino people in general, they all think they can dance and they all think they can sing, and they're all shit. They all make TikTok videos where they're dancing and they're singing. They're all awful. 99%
Yeah, I know.
all
You
terrible.
go on YouTube Shorts and then just randomly there's like a video with 3 likes. It's just some random Asian just
Dancing.
dancing. It's shit and it's terrible.
Awful.
And the video
Yeah.
quality is awful and the woman's fat. It's just
Chubby.
bad.
The chubby ones seem to be the most confident for some reason. Not that there's anything wrong with having a little bit of junk in the trunk or junk on the front, but like
There is for Asians.
I'm just not into it.
Yeah, not Asians especially.
Leave them alone, Frankie. It's all they've got. Yeah. It just like I just think like I don't know, man. I just feel sorry for people that think they're really talented at something and then they put themselves out there and then they're not. It's kind of like me with this YouTube thing. It's like it's just I should have quit a long time ago. And
What
just
you think you think you're good at it?
well, there was a time when I did. There's a time when I
Yeah,
what
because you
there's a
made videos and they were decent.
decent's fair. I think decent's a fair shout.
Compared to,
Yeah,
compared to MMA content, yeah, MMA content's quite shit, innit?
most of the time. There are some good people out there that are creative. You
Mm.
can't stop a Filipino from dancing and singing. That's what I'm saying. This is how you know I know the region. They're just known for that. It's like stop
Because
it.
you're there like half the year.
Nah, I'm not. I haven't. The thing is, yeah, I go there. I do go there a couple times a year. I was talking to a friend of mine, yeah, who's there now, and he told me, yeah, that his friend, yeah, came out of a bar the other night, and some lady boys beat him up and took his phone. This is what I'm trying to tell you, guys. And he's a big dude as well. He's like your height, and he's built as well.
What? Nah, he's a
They
pussy.
surrounded him and punched him up and took his phone. And my first question was like, what was he doing there?
My man's all wet.
But I thought, nah, like it's like because they have districts in it for those kind of in Manila. They have districts for those kind of people in it.
Mm.
My first question was, what's he doing there? But I thought, nah, he's clearly like upset. I thought, nah, I better not like imply that he was there to get some ass. I thought, nah, just leave it.
He definitely should have, because he definitely was.
I'll ask in like a week. I'll be like, so where was this bar? I'm gonna try and be like sly about it. I'll be like, bro, where's this bar you're talking about? And then see.
Wait until you're on the plane. You're next to each other.
No, but Larry, this is the thing though, yeah. They're men. They're men. I know they're dressed like women, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
they've
they're
got man
little
strength.
Asian men.
But it was like 6 of them, bro. JV, if you're telling me now, yeah, that you could beat up 6 Asian, or we're done here. This is almost as bad as the
They're
I would be
Asians.
tied to Ivasa
They're
moment you
Asians.
had. Bro, 6 Asian ladyboy. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna keep it stum, yeah. I'm taking you to Thailand one day, and we'll see how fucking. Oh, sorry, hang on a second.
Do it. That's not like you don't have money. I'm 18 now. We can do a fucking go tomorrow.
Hey, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. What's y'all's thoughts on affirmative action, nigga?
I'll answer him.
How's it going? How's it going, Charleston? What's going on? That's a really good impression.
Nigga, answer the question, nigga.
Answer him, G.
Wait, who the fuck is this? Oh, wait. But wait, before I get into this, wait, what was the question?
Thoughts on affirmative action, white boy?
I think you should fill this one, JVD.
What?
Thoughts on affirmative action?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Y'all niggas act like y'all know what affirmative action is, uh-huh.
Shit.
This is a really good impression, bro. This is a really good impression.
Nigga, my mama named me Charleston. Wait, my name ain't Sniff, nigga.
This is definitely Sniff. Bro, that is fucking good. I didn't know you could do accents.
Yeah, no,
How you
he's
doing,
good.
bruv?
You know you can do Paradox to Chad.
Do Paradox to Chad, bro?
Well, it's kind of weird because like I really have to prepare to do Paradox.
It's quite good, you know.
No, he's kind of doing RFK right now. If he prepares, he does it really good.
What do you mean by prepare? Like asphyxiation, yeah? How do you
Nigga, this
prepare?
Charleston White, nigga.
Sound like Lamarji.
Oh, Sniffia, come back as yourself here. Let's have a chat, brother. I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with conversations with characters. You guys saw how I melted when fucking Mike Tyson came on last week.
What?
Who came on as Mike Tyson?
No chill.
Oh.
No.
It's
What do you
hard
mean,
for me to
oh,
do.
oh?
It's hard for me to like. I have to really practice before I get on, and like I can't do Paradox right now because I have to like practice to myself and then get into that.
Bro, that
That fucking
Charleston White
groove.
was world class. Like it was
Actually,
amazing.
Deadpool is the one who came up with the Charleston White. I just kind of took his shit and ran with it.
Bro, that was bang on. How you been though, brother?
I'm all right. I'm just seeing what you guys are talking about. You can't look, Frankie. I know you want us to get up here and talk about the Bryce Mitchell situation,
I
but
don't really care, bro. You can talk about whatever you want.
dude, that'll get your channel nuked.
Well, I mean, there's
Promise
nothing
you
really
it
to
would.
lose, is there?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I talk about it, and I do well for my channel size.
I think
So-
basically if you're monetized, you're fucked. But I'm nowhere near that, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much. I mean, I had two people pulling out fucking knives and guns last weekend, and it didn't really cause any situation.
You know, you said you didn't want to dox the school you work at, but just by you describing that rat situation, someone could just go online and look up like UK University dead rat, and that shit will probably pop up.
Potentially. Let's try
Or
it
you'll
and see if
cover it up.
anybody finds it.
What was
Like I
the
said, you're what?
ethnicity of that kid that did that? What was his ethnicity?
I'm not going that
Oh,
far. That's not. See now.
we know.
Wait.
So he
if
wasn't
you-
white then. He
If
wasn't
you'd
white.
led with that, I would have given it. But now I'm not going to.
No, we're not trying to
Frankie,
find it out.
if he was white, you would have just said, "Oh, he was white."
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. No, this is what you done. And I can tell you this much. Yeah, I live in like. I'll be real. I live in a predominantly white area.
You're not saying the kid's white.
But that kid wasn't one of the predominantly
Nah.
white kids.
My school, or sorry, my uni is like predominantly white. Not entirely white, but predominantly white.
Well, I believe that, but the trouble that comes from that school is not predominantly white.
Oh, bro, yes, it 100%.
Or is it per
is.
capita? Is it?
I would say there's maybe just about double digits of like black kids, and then there's like a couple Asians. It's predominantly white.
I mean, it is a
I
university.
don't live near London anymore. I live in the middle of England.
It is
So
a
it's
uni.
like-
It is a uni, so it's not going to really be like, immigrants, is it?
What the fuck are you talking about now? That's not true.
Are
Bro,
you
the
teaching history?
university that I went to was predominantly like it had like the one that I
What,
went to.
you are the
was,
university you went to? What, had a bunch of refugees? Really?
no, not refugees, but
They don't get to university then.
Immigrants, they're immigrants. Think somebody that you would define
Yeah, they
define
have
as somebody who wasn't originally from the UK, then yeah, for sure.
Not illegals.
You didn't say illegals, you said immigrants.
Gee, I can't say.
You didn't
too
say
much.
refugees, bro. That's a different thing. How's it
No,
going, Coda?
illegal. No, they're not refugee. Illegals.
Yeah, illegals is a different thing. Yeah. You didn't say refugees either. I thought you said immigrants. Might have to have somebody fact check me on that. Maybe I was. Maybe
I did
I'm
say
wrong.
immigrants, but I meant illegals.
Okay. Yeah, not illegals. I knew I was right.
Obviously, immigrants are a university. Fucking. The more immigrants, the better the university, technically, because more people.
Yes,
from
I
other
have.
countries
I have
can go
seen the
there.
movie Falling Down. I was actually going to show it to my mom on. I was going to show the movie Falling Down to my mom on Friday, but I showed her Man on Fire instead. She hadn't seen it.
You know what's
She loves
crazy
it.
about that movie, Falling Down? You know what ethnicity Michael Douglas is, right?
No, Sniff. I wasn't aware of that until right now.
Yeah, he's one of the ones. His family changed their names when they came here, but he's
What's his
taken
original
upon the
name?
burden of the white man, but he's not white, technically.
What's his original name? It says here.
Frankie, you
Why
should
did
make
Mi-
a watch Europa.
I've just got a thing here. It says, "Why did Michael Douglas change his name?" And there's a picture of Michael Keaton here. I don't think I'm going to be finding the.
Do you
I don't
remember the
think
movie Higher Learning? It came out in the
No.
early 90s.
No.
It had Ice Cube, Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport was like the neo-Nazi.
I don't
that
like
was-
Michael Rappaport, man. He's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he in the movie he played like a white kid that was getting picked on, so he became a skinhead. But in real life, he's Jewish.
Interesting. Interesting. I haven't seen that one. Is it worth checking out?
Many such cases.
It wasn't that great of a movie. It was like it's a race baiting movie, you know?
Mm-mm.
So like everything that comes
Yeah,
out,
basically. Yeah.
pretty much every media ever.
All immigrants should be illegal. Am I right?
Oos.
Mm. I'm an immigrant. I'm an Irish immigrant.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Hey, you guys see Hustle Bones?
Have you
comment?
seen yourself in the mirror, mate? You're not really English. You might want to be careful, yeah?
No,
They
I'm
check your
German.
lineage out. You're
I'm
fucked, mate.
German and English, you retard.
Fuck
Hey,
off. You're not.
read Hustle Bones says all Eastern Europeans should stay in Eastern Europe. But you know
Here
who
we
the
go.
original natives are, right? Of Native America?
Wait, sorry, let me just move this out of the way so we can see you in all your glory,
Gives a
Charleston.
fuck
Carry on.
about America.
Everyone should give a fuck about America because
Oh,
it's
the
the
original.
last country.
What's the original natives? What the fucking? Wasn't that the
Yeah, the
Aryans?
original. Yeah, they were white people. But everyone should
Carry
give
on.
a fuck about America because we have our gun rights still. What country out there still has gun rights?
That's the only one I can really think of. There's obviously more, right? America's not
Yeah,
the only
like-
country that has like where
Maybe
you can,
like
where you can-
Switzerland, but Switzerland is like, I think that shit is ran by them too. But
Well, nothing has a law saying that you can rise up against tyranny, but you know, no one in your country does it. So, yeah.
It's gonna be one of them ones tonight, is it?
yeah,
Oh shit.
well, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just trying to stay alive. I'm about to get some more mushrooms today.
Yeah, how's that going for
Okay.
you right now?
So I had stopped for a while. I was taking mushrooms like a lot last year, and I stopped. And now I'm starting again. I think I have a high tolerance.
What do they do for you?
I just feel great. Like if I'm depressed and I don't feel like leaving the house, I'll have some mushrooms, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm ready to go out and just do whatever. Like I have no apprehension of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind going to the
Like
store.
no anxiety or anything like that?
Yeah. Like the anxiety goes away. I don't fucking trip and see shit. Some people say they trip and see shit. I've never seen crazy shit.
When I do meth, I can work for hours. Same type beat, innit?
Well, that's how it is for me with mushrooms. Like I even work out better when I'm on shrooms.
I think it's different things for different like people react to things in different ways, isn't it? It's always been the way.
No, that is how mushrooms work. I'm taking the piss out of him for being a drug addict.
Now, if it works for you, but you said you were getting more tolerant to it, yeah. So you took a little bit of time off, and now it's back working, yeah.
Yeah, because I took time off, and then I got a bag of mushrooms from this guy. So I started microdosing because I was thinking if I just go into it like I used to, I'm gonna fucking bug out. But I fucking microdosed the first day, then the second day I was like, fuck this shit. I just started eating a whole bunch, and it's like I need more. Like I went through the whole bag like in 2 days. So
This guy's a fucking.
Are mushrooms like quite expensive where you are?
it's like the same price of wheat. So like I pay about for a quarter or about a half ounce of weed. I'll pay like what 75.
Oh, half ounce.
So
How
it's
much
the
is it in
same-
the UK now, JVD?
3.5, 3.5, which is an eighth, I think, is like 25 on the
An eighth is
on the
25
low
now.
end. On the
And
low
that's
end,
3.5, yeah.
but it's standard 30. Yeah. Nah, standard
Fucking
is
hell.
30.
I guess it's not that bad. It was 20 when I was smoking it, and that was like 15 years, well, more
But
than 15
hash has
years
gone
ago.
up. Hash used to be well cheap when you were younger, but hash is now like 20 quid for a 3.5.
Yeah, it's
I can
and
get
it's
it for a
like-
tenner, but I have to, that's because I, know people.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I pay the same amount as the weed, so it's like the same shit. But it's just so much better than weed. The only reason I even smoke weed still is because I like the act of smoking.
Yeah, I'm the same. That's what was really hard to quit for me. It wasn't like the nicotine or the getting high or anything. It was just the act of rolling and the
Yeah, like
feeling
the
of actually
ritual of it
smoking,
all.
the ritual of it all. Yeah, that's exactly what was difficult for it for me. But once I got, like I said, man, I had like a really bad like flu for a couple of weeks, and I couldn't smoke during that time. And when I got through that, I just realized, well, I've gone this long, I might as well just continue, and I stopped from then on out.
Yeah,
So it was like, otherwise, I don't think I would have stopped.
that's how I did cigarettes. I had a real bad hangover one day, and I quit alcohol and cigarettes,
Hmm.
like cold turkey.
Hmm.
The hangover was so bad. So, but yeah, with weed, it's just a thing. Like you said, the ritual part. It's like I just feel like I got to do it. You know, like I got to roll up, I got to light it up, and just sit and
Hmm.
watch the smoke come out my mouth. And it's like, what the fuck
And
am I doing?
it's more the fact that it chills you out as well. It's like I used to like smoking while doing stuff, so it'd be like I'd be watching something or like, and it was also
Yeah,
the ritual. When I was at work, it used to break stuff up as well. It's like you go out for like you're going out for a smoke break in half an hour. You
right.
go out, you meet other people to go outside. You're smoking with them. You're talking shit,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's
a
kind of like a
social
ritual.
thing.
Yeah, it's like a social thing. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is that a lot of people at work don't smoke anymore. So it's like most workplaces you go to, people don't smoke at work.
What all have you
I
done,
mean,
Frankie? Like as far as drugs, like I know you've drank and smoked weed, but what else have you done?
That's it. I've been spiked a couple times, so I know that I've had like I believe I've been like MDMA bombed, and I've probably been pill bombed because there's certain times when I've had feelings where I've just been completely euphoric
Yeah,
without explanation, and I haven't experienced that again. And I've hung with friends who do stuff like pills, they do stuff like coke, and they do stuff like MDMA, and they know that I'm not really partial to it, but they want me to be involved. So I'd imagine they've just, you
did you
know,
ever have an inexplicable pain in your ass as well, or just?
I'm not talking about that today.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never had
you
any
ever fuck a
inexplicable
tranny?
pain in my ass.
Come on.
I've never. Here's the thing. I've never woke up and been like, oh, I'm pretty sure I smashed last night, and then the person's gone, and then there's like, they get up and there's like something dangling between their legs. I've never had that happen to me so far.
Sure.
Well, that's the line that I'm sticking to. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get JVD out to Thailand, yeah, and I'm gonna have him have a moment of his own, and then he's gonna have to be on my team from now on out, where it's just a secret we have between each other, like where
He won't be
I've
taking
got
me to
dirt on him as
Thailand, by
well.
the way. That will never actually happen. So
It will happen one day.
we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry.
You
It
know,
will
Ty
happen one day.
Tuivasa goes to Thailand to train, I think, doesn't he?
Good place to go train. It's a good
Yeah.
place to go. My sister does amateur kickboxing and she trains there all the time. She was actually training with Superlek last week.
Yeah, didn't he win?
I don't know. I didn't see him fight recently. She said
Yeah,
he was on a card recently. I think he did win. But yeah, she's trained in his gym a
No, I
couple of
think I remember when Superlek fought a little bit ago.
He's a savage, that guy.
Yeah, no, versus Haggerty. He beat Haggerty. Yeah.
Haggerty's all right. Yeah. So Sniff, what have you done? You've done streams. What would you say is your favorite your go-to substance?
Oh shit! If I had the money, it would be
Crack.
cocaine, 100%.
Yeah.
It would
I've never
absolutely be
done coke.
cocaine.
Frankie's
I've only
got
done it twice.
The thing is, when I go to I've heard that like my one of my close friends, the one who I was telling you about, who traveled, he came with me to Thailand last time. He has an apartment in what's that city in Mexico that everyone goes to?
Tijuana.
It's not Tijuana, it's another one. Maybe it is Tijuana.
I think now I think I know what you're talking about. They MTV used to have those spring breaks over there, right?
Pretty much, it's yeah. So he's got an apartment, and it's in one of those hotspots anyway. And he said he said Peru has the best drugs generally, but he said the best cocaine he's had has been in Mexico. So like
Yeah.
maybe when I'm out there with him, I might. But the thing is, I've got an addictive personality, so I'm like, I might
Yeah, that's
like.
what I'm saying. You got to have money, man, because that's why Connor's always on that shit, because it's a great drug, but he's got the money to finance it.
for now.
Yeah,
for
until I end up living under a bridge because it's spawned from having this conversation with you cunts. I'm just like, oh, I'll try some of that, and then fucking hell, I've lost my house, and I don't think coke is that kind of drug. Don't get me wrong. It's not like a meth. It's not like a meth situation, but I'm definitely partial to like one day wanting to try things. But I'm more thinking. I've talked about this on stream before. I'm more thinking about like hallucinogenics because I want to have that experience. And it was that that drug I was talking with you guys about before. You know, the one that makes you like
DMT.
that's the one.
Yeah,
My
I
friend
want
said
to
he
try
literally.
that.
Yeah, my friend said he literally he's convinced we're in a simulation after taking that.
I think that's true as well. There's, DMT is produced in your body naturally
Mm.
for, I guess, special occasions when it's released. But
Yeah, no,
one thing I'll never.
DMT releases when you die, I believe.
Oh, it does. That's the only time.
I think so. I think it's the I think it's the death hormone, right? DMT.
That's probably why people have those I see the light visions before they almost die and shit.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, he said he said DMT basically made him go into he was on like some what you could only describe as like an alien, like, and there were just these long fingered sort of beings just like watching us. He said he totally convinced him that it's a, and he said every time he's done a DMT trip, he's gone back to the same place. And he said weirdly, yeah, other people have had the same experience as well, the exact same thing, which is what makes it a little bit trippy.
Yeah.
It's like there's multiple accounts of people having the same experience, which is a bit odd.
I'm gonna ask my plug if he can get his hands on some DMT then, because I need to. These
We can
shrooms are
do
not
like
gonna cut it for me.
we can do like a shared DMT experience.
Yeah, we all describe
Or like
exactly what.
transatlantic DMT.
Yeah, we just get everyone on board who's down, and then we just have like a stream where we all just mong the fuck out, and then at the end of it, we sort of get back to like so we let everyone watch us monged out of our minds, and then we follow up with like what we all experienced when we tripped off it. That could be
Yeah,
a thing.
I want to try it. One thing I won't do is ayahuasca though. I've seen some bad stories about.
I've heard that can make you go mental. Is that the thing you chew?
No, you drink it, and
Oh
there's like a
yeah.
ritual involved with it.
It's like a what do you call it? Like it's like tribal people or whatever do that shit, right? Not
Yeah, they
tribal
mix.
people, but it's like that kind of.
It's a leaf. It's a plant or whatever. They mix it up. You drink it, and then they sit in a tent. But look, this guy, he fucking said he did it right, and the guy sitting across from him, he said a giant spider crawled out of his mouth and jumped on his face and went in his body, and he said he felt the spider crawling through his body for like a whole year.
Yeah, that's mad. I couldn't deal with that. I'll be real. I couldn't
I
deal
think
with that.
that's
That's the
just
thing.
weak. That's just weak, man.
Well, we don't know, man. It could
Just
be. It
weak
could
people
be.
shit. It's same with like mushrooms supposed to cause ego death, but that's to weak people.
I don't know. I think if I'm gonna do something, I'd have to go. This is what Crystal said. I think anything hallucinogenic wise, I want to have like an experience. I don't just want to be monged out of my mind. I've been drunk as fuck, like countless times. I've been high as fuck in terms of smoking and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the thing is that I've had like euphoric trips where I've had like because I've had operations in the past where I've been on like morphine and things. You've experienced that as well, JVD. I assume with the morphine
Mm.
when you had your. I mean, I can understand why people get hooked on fucking heroin. I've experienced that. I was like, shit, man, I get it. But if I do drugs again, I want it to be like I said. I want it to be an out of
You
body
make morphine.
experience. Huh?
I wonder how you make morphine.
Yeah, that could be something.
Because
To it.
making
I can understand why it's addictive.
Tren is really easy to make.
What the fuck is Trent?
Trenbolone acetate.
Okay.
It's the steroids. It's like
Oh
the big
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah, so that's what I do. I'm more looking for like a hallucinogenic. I want to do something. I want to do something that's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of out of body thing. Angie, you don't do drugs. It's probably a good move. Angie's in Australia, and also has her own YouTube channel for anyone who wants to check it out. Does a lot of like
Where's
fitness
Western
stuff
Mass
on there.
Climber?
He was here earlier. He was
Is,
about earlier.
Is he gonna like go harass Lane as usual?
Lane's really cool, man. I like Lane a lot. I know
I got
you have your issues.
a good Western Mass impersonation. Y'all heard him talk before?
Yeah.
I have. He's been on here once or twice. He's I'll tell you something with Westy. Yeah, he wasn't what I was expecting. Because I speak to him by like DMs like quite a lot. You know, like when you're on chat, yeah. When you came on live, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is like a far jump from what your personality is like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With certain people, you can see the way that they type and the way they interact. Westy was a completely different person. I'm not saying in a bad or in a negative way. It's just not what I was expecting.
How?
I'd built up a totally different view of him in my mind.
What view was it?
I don't know. To me,
It's hard
Weston
to
was
explain.
exactly who I thought he was. But that's not a good or
It's hard
bad
to
thing either.
explain. Speak of the devil, here he is. Yeah,
He's always here. He's just lurking.
yeah. I don't know exactly what you know. It's like when you hear somebody talking by chat, and that's the only way you know them. You think of you build up an image of them based on what they say. But he was one person where I was like, oh, when he was talking, I was like, that's not what I expected. But
Yeah, I
get it
thought
went in a
Sniff
bad
was
way.
Mexican.
I did think I'm not even gaslighting Sniff here. I did think there was a possibility that Sniff could be black, but then there were times when I was in the because I've been in streams in the past where he was joking in that way, so I quickly that thing evaporated. But Sniff was very much what I expected. He's very similar in the chat than he is in like because he was always funny in the chat.
Mm.
I was like, you
Hey,
don't know if that
Frankie,
translates.
ask me something about musical. Ask me any question about musical.
Well, if you've got something burning on the tip of your tongue, then I'd go for that because I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I know you know him quite well.
I wasn't going to bring up musical because I like him. But
Fucking hell, man.
that motherfucker is a shit stirrer, and he knows it. But I'm going to let it go. If I see him in chat, I'm just going to ignore him. That's Western, by the way.
No, I know. It was a pretty good impression. Man, your impressions are fucking good. It's pretty accurate as well. So, Baby Shark, what have you tried while we're still on the drugs tip?
What?
What has Baby Shark tried? He said he's never tried
Fucking
shroom.
on the drug. What?
So you've only done weed, right, JVD?
Well, no.
What have you done?
Speed, weed, heroin, cocaine, battery acid, heroin, 3-year-old petrol fat outside of a lawnmower. No, I've done cocaine, weed, and shrooms.
What was cocaine like for you? I hear lots of
morphine.
mixed things about it. It was good, yeah?
No.
You didn't like it?
Nah. Too angry.
Or angry. So do you think like it works in the same way that like alcohol does, and it kind of heightens how you might be feeling at the time? It just exaggerates things.
No.
Or did it make you angry?
Yeah.
Because I find that alcohol is like that for me. Like it just heightens whatever I'm feeling at the time.
I'm more of a happy drunk.
No, I'm mostly a happy drunk, but then if I'm in a bad mood, I shouldn't be drinking. It's one of them ones.
Hey, JVD's a happy drunk until he's playing guitar and he can't get the fucking chords right.
I don't play guitar drunk. That's me sober, mate.
Yeah. Dude, all I know is you were playing guitar and everything was cool until you couldn't get that chord. And then you cussed out everybody in chat. We weren't responsible for it. It was just like, fuck all of you.
I don't think that ever happened. I'm not even gonna lie.
That absolutely happened, dude.
No. I don't believe I sounded off at chat because I missed a chord. I don't. That is false.
Anyway, yeah, I think I'm glad we brought this up because it's still something that's on my mind. I'm glad about getting different people's opinions about it because definitely something I want to try down the line. No, I'll never do it. Like I said, man, I've got. Are you trying to get my whole life fucked up?
Do you want crack?
Nah, crack's a bit. It's crack in it.
I
mean, hey Frankie, when do you want to do this DMT thing? Because I'm gonna see if the guy has some.
Do you know what? Do you know what might be an idea? I'm going away again in March. I'm going away in March again, end of March. Maybe I could do it then. I'm going to Manila. Or I say end of March, it will be closer to the beginning of April.
Brother has holidays every month.
It's not quite. That's not quite accurate. I have about 4 holidays a year, something like that.
Fair enough.
It
Or one of
depends
those
on.
holidays, Hanukkah.
Fuck you, bro. Where am I going in Hanukkah? Yeah. Where am I going?
Israel,
Back to the
Yeah.
motherland. Yeah.
Yeah.
the promised land.
You're gonna headbutt that wall over there.
I don't know how I let you. I don't know why I let you guys do this to me, man. I don't deserve this, man.
It's all good. I get
Who's
accused
more
of being
Jewish, me
Jewish
or
too.
JVD? I reckon JVD's undercover.
What?
I reckon JVD's an undercover J. Like the ones you've got to be wary of are the ones who are the most anti, wouldn't you say?
I'm not that anti. If I was
Really?
very anti-Jew, I'd be out there bombing synagogues. I'm not that. I'm not like that.
Well, I guess that's one way of putting it. I don't know.
I'm quite chill. I'm just aware of them. I don't like interacting with them. I don't like them when they're like in the community, especially when they're in a community that like isn't supposed to have them. You know, like Nick Fuentes and Had Some Truth.
Hey, read Good Noodle's comment about Shara. Did y'all see? Shara did make an excuse in his tweet.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said, I knew I should have taken this fight with the fucking sickness he had. They all do that shit. Every time those daggies fucking lose, it's always they're real coy about it. They slide in their excuse.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
try to slide in excuses when they win as well, which is kind of annoying. Did you think the Vinicius Junior one was a bit mad as well, saying he had a broken rib for months before the fight?
Yeah,
They still took it.
they all got that
No, he
shit.
won. He won.
No, but I know he won. But I'm saying this. Don't you think that's just as bad though? Like you win and then you say, "Oh, I beat this guy while injured."
Yeah.
No,
would've
that's
beat
sick.
him worse.
Bad as
No,
well.
that's so cool. What?
Nah, man, you can't. Don't say what. That's more insulting, bruv. You're like, I'm so good. I beat this
Yeah,
guy. Or, this
exactly.
guy's so
Insult him.
shit. Like I beat this guy while I was injured. It's like double insulting. It's as bad. It's flexing. It's like a way. It's this. It's not that
Do you
different
care
from
about
saying you're
Saeed
injured when you lose.
Nurmagomedov?
Say again.
Do you care about Saeed Nurmagomedov?
Nah. You know I'm not a daggy. I'm not a daggy bull rider. It ain't my flavor.
I don't know, but I got really good picks. The Imavov pick was
You
brilliant.
did well. I mean, you fucked me up on the MVP one, but not too badly.
How did I
Because
dude?
I was gonna put him down for decision, and you convinced me, you cunt, to put him as a fucking knockout, and then I ended up putting. I mean, I put Myro Bueno Silva in. I would have got like 1,000 points from that shit. You scum. And then you did it wait, did you do a knockout as well?
Yeah, I did mine on knockout, and I still got points.
I mean, you still get points.
Yeah, I still got the
But
900
like,
points.
I could have had. I want more points, JVD. I wanted more.
Oh
Okay?
well, I'm in the top 20, and this is like I made one pick. I'm in the top 20.
How many points have you got?
No, it's like 1100.
Wait,
something.
top 20. How many fucking people are in there now?
It's like 40.
Fucking hell, that place is going to be huge, man.
Who is it? Like Bodak's thing?
No, it's what's it called? I don't know if you know I don't know if you know him.
Well, no.
It's one of the guys who's in our like he's in like our creator group on Twitter. He's a really good dude. He's a Welsh guy, but he lives in the UK.
Will Black Betty?
Blam.
No, it's not Will Black Betty. The site is silkpajamas.vip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I think that community is going to be really big. I think the plan eventually is to make it like a subscription thing, and then the pot is basically divided between like the people who come in the top 5.
Fair enough.
So it's all the money goes back into whoever's betting, pretty much. I think it could be a fun thing to do. Anakin, your fucking coat for Daggies losing is wild. It's not been a good year for the Daggies. It's not been.
If Vinicius is overrated, if Vinicius is overrated, then Saeed Nurmagomedov is fucking terrible. Surely, right?
I mean, Saeed is like the runt of the. He is like the runt of the
Saeed is
funny
fucking
little.
absolutely shit.
What do you think the whole like reason behind the Nurmagomedovs, or well, not even just the Nurmagomedovs, but the Dagestani starting to have a bit of a rough time of it recently? What do you reckon that's about?
Are they? I mean, I'm
Yeah, they are.
accurately predicting like all of these. I think it's just they're not skilled enough.
You mean,
The
you mean
Umar, I predicted Marab. I knew Marab would win. With
I
like
didn't think Marab was gonna
MVP
win.
versus Shara, I knew MVP was going to win.
I mean, you were saying that for a while, but I
Yeah,
mean,
for,
guys like Usman and Umar are both very good though. I know they both. I know. Well,
yeah, but
Usman
it's who they're
won.
going up against, and Usman. That should have been a draw, really. I don't know.
Hang on, Klaus. I'm gonna send you the website now. 1 second. Sorry, JVD. Let me just get this up because I wanna. Do you have
Yeah.
Do you have a link for it?
Oh yeah,
It's Silk Pajamas VIP. I think is
yeah.
the website. Yeah. Let me. I'll throw this up into the. This you need to check this out. You can still join now because obviously JVD joined a week after me and he's still fucking destroying me on it. So you can still jump
How
in
many
late.
points you got?
I've got about 500.
Ah,
But the thing is, yeah, I lost 400 points last week in it.
lol.
So I had 200. No, I think I had 300 points at the start of the week, and I bet on Mero Bueno Silva and what's it called? MVP. And I kind of threw it up as a Hail Mary in the last 5 minutes because I forgot to do it. MVP was really good. His fights are boring though.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
Say
yeah.
that again, Sniff.
he's exactly like Wonder Boy. I never liked Wonder Boy.
I never really liked him either.
He was like the stand-up version of Damian Maya, just hopping around, tap tap tap. When Pettis knocked him out, I was so happy. I was like,
Yeah,
thanks.
so was I. That was glorious. Wonder Boy's pretty boring as well. I mean, he's it's a very similar style. It's that sort of like, just being very, very long for the division and just being able to get in and out very quickly.
Yeah.
Gay to
That's all
watch.
it is. It's not a great watch.
You know,
And I
MVP
mean, a
was
lot of
coming
people have
up the
been
weight
calling for
division. Remember
a
that?
lot of people have been calling for the MVP and Wonder Boy fight. I reckon that would be fucking horrible. I reckon they would stare at each other for pretty much 14 minutes and 30 seconds. It would be
All
like
of Wonder Boy's fights are just fucking horrible. In my
they
opinion.
are. It would be like a sub. It would be like a single digit significant strikes landed kind of fight.
Yeah.
Yoel Romero versus Izzy.
Izzy, it'd be that all over again. It would. Do you guys reckon Izzy should retire?
I think
Yeah.
Izzy should either fight MVP or go up to 205 and fight Jamal Hill. That's what I think.
I think a fight between
Jamal
MVP
Hill.
would be fucking terrible as well.
Yeah, it would.
I feel like that would be boring as fuck. But I think he'd beat MVP, so at least to go
And
out.
they kind of lick each other's balls as well. I don't think they would fight each other. They seem to be very
Yeah, it'd
pally.
be like, remember when
You
Izzy
beat
fought
MVP as no nation.
when Anderson fought Izzy and they were just basically playing around? Be like that.
Right, Hustle Bones is saying Izzy versus MVP next as well. That's interesting because technically MVP should be ranked at middleweight now, which is mad. Because Shara just broke into the top 15 as well.
Well, yeah, no, MVP would be ranked because Shara was ranked 14. But
I think he said he's not. I think he said he's not staying in the
oh no,
division.
he's not.
Bro.
No, oh yeah, no, he's not staying in the middleweight division. Sorry.
So they might not. Maybe a conversation will be had. They might talk to him and say, "Look, welterweight ain't really for you." Or they might say to him, "All right,
No,
we'll give you
middleweight's
Prates."
no. Middleweight's not for him. Just Shara could beat him. I'm telling you, I don't think he beats many people at middleweight at all.
No, I've been
He's not that
been saying.
big.
I mean, I picked MVP as well. I've been saying Shara's terrible as well,
Yeah.
overrated for a while.
But I'm not. I don't think because he beat Shara that he stands a chance. Because I don't think he does.
Well, who could he? Let's looking at the middleweight rankings here. Who could he? I reckon. Let's have a look here. Right, heavyweight, middleweight. I think he could. Looking at the top 15.
Right, so he beat Shara 14. Like, do you really
I think he could
he
beat.
beats
I think he
Buffy?
could beat. I think he could beat Paulo Costa at 11.
I don't think he could.
I reckon that's it.
You talking about Shara?
No, I'm talking
No,
MVP.
MVP.
Oh,
MVP could beat Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa won't wrestle him, and he will just be inactive.
dude, Paulo Costa doesn't really have a lot of power. The finishes.
Yeah,
he
he's
has,
more volume based. He's not that good.
He just
I
got
like him as a personality, but he's not a great fighter. I think
What
he
you
could
gonna do?
just.
Volume
That's it.
punch me?
Because everyone else in middleweight, can grapple.
Hey Frankie,
Yeah.
what you gonna do? Volume punch me?
What was that?
Have you not watched the thing?
Watch what thing?
The fucking Brendan Schaub versus Nick Diaz thing. Nate Diaz.
Oh, actually, that was one of those. Wasn't that one of those situations where Brendan Schaub got like a very rare W in that one? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. What you gonna do?
It was a good W. It was a strong one as well. Yeah, I did see it. He actually mogged the fuck out of him. The Diaz brothers are retarded anyway.
Yeah, that shit that Nate does is so gay and
No one
fake.
has beef with you, Good Noodle. You're a fucking nobody.
You're welcome to the links in the description. Noodle. You're welcome. Anyone's welcome on. It's gonna be that kind of Sunday. I'm probably only gonna hang around for like another half an hour though, because I've got to go to work tomorrow and shit. But I might just leave it on. You guys can just cook for as long as you want. I don't really give a fuck. The only problem is I can't turn it off if I go to bed. So I'm gonna give it until I'll give it another half an hour or up to the 2 hour mark, and then I'm gonna bounce. Nick is still my boy. Nick Diaz. The thing is, I like both of them, but they're retarded.
I feel
They
like
are
Nate
retarded.
and Nick Diaz are the fighters that young people like when they first get into MMA. Then when they become adults, they're like, "Oh, these guys are fucking faggots."
Fair enough. I think that's a good way of describing it. I think a lot of people who are like hardcore fans of like Nick Diaz, because the way Nick Diaz in particular, the way he grew up was kind of fucked up. I'm not saying Nick. I think Nick grew up a little bit better. Oh sorry, Nate did than Nick.
They grew up the same, pretty much.
No, I mean that because I mean by the time that Nate kind of they had a little bit more money and stuff at that point. You know, I think Nick went through the worst of it. In my
Well,
opinion.
Nate was trying to be some fake
How's it going, Noodle?
gangster while Nick was training, and then this is how the story goes. Nick threw like a gi at him one day and said, "You need to come to the fucking gym with me." So
And that's
Nate
where
was a
things started off
loser.
from there.
Yeah.
No, it makes
Y'all were
sense.
talking about MVP at middleweight. I genuinely think the only people he could beat at middleweight other than Shara, because I've been saying this, Shara's shit. He's going to get fraud checked. I think it's literally Paulo Costa and maybe a Marvin Vettori.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vettori.
Because Vittori's just a fucking retard, bro.
No, Vittori's retarded, but Vettori can kind of grapple. And Vittori's strong and he's got a chin. I reckon you just boulder into him and drag him down and beat him
How
up.
much longer do you think he's going to be able to rely on his chin like that?
Bro, I don't know, man. He's
getting older, dude. Like he's getting a lot
MVP
older.
won't be the one to crack it, that's for sure. But
yeah, no.
That's the thing.
Like,
I think he'll walk through MVP. I like MVP a lot, but I think he'll walk through him.
Yeah.
I think he
But
will.
like honestly,
I think Paulo Costa's the only one I would say, and that's not even an easy fight for him because MVP is not the biggest dude. Anyone that can grapple.
see Costa like trying to clinch with him and just out muscling him. But Shara, it should have been Shara versus Costa for UFC Saudi. I'm not gonna lie. I think that would have been a lot more entertaining.
That would have, that would have been a banger. It would have been a bit like low skill, but it would have been fun because they both would have scrapped out. That's the kind of fights they need to make for Shara. Just those
honestly,
like those,
Costa needs to be the one fighting fucking RoboCop, not Cannonier, bro. How the fuck is Costa like, bro? He doesn't have a win over the active fucking UFC roster. He gets the fucking Whitaker matchup after pulling out of so many fights. Then he gets a #1 contender fight with Strickland. This dude needs to fight somebody unranked.
No, but Costa's actually got star power though.
I know he's got star power, but same thing with Chandler. I'm not gonna fucking let star power
way
ruin
worse
the division.
Costa at least like the difference with Costa. Yeah, Costa kind of built himself up within the UFC to a championship fight, whereas Chandler basically had some decent fights in Bellator and then got chance after chance after chance, was inactive. It's mad. I don't. I get where the comparison's coming from, but like I don't know, bro. I'm like.
Like, I guess with Costa, no, if anything, Chandler's more valid because he has a win over somebody who's active in the UFC, somebody who's in the top 5. He has a win over Dan Hooker. But like Costa doesn't have a win. His last win is Rockhold. He's in the GFL now. And Romero and Uriah Hall and Johnny Hendricks. Like, where the fuck are these people? They're not in the UFC anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, he has been. I mean, I'm not saying he deserves anything, but like, I
Yeah.
think
And that's how I
he's
look
one
at
of those
Kobe
guys that
Covington.
does draw. He does draw people in.
I look at
He
Covington
does.
that way. All the guys that Covington beat are like geezers. Like,
Fuck it.
Yeah,
How about this?
Covington's CV is not aged well.
Joe Pyfer. If Joe Pyfer beats Gastelum, Joe Pyfer versus Costa. Because Joe Pyfer's still kind of a prospect. Kind of. I know he got fucking
Yeah.
project, but like, you know, that's gonna be
I
a
don't
stand-up
hate
fight,
that.
in my
I
opinion.
reckon they should have. They should be doing Joe Pyfer and Bo Nickel. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see Bo Nickel fight Shara. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, fuck Shara. Give him Bo Nickel, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't think that's a. I don't think that's an easy fight
just
for
don't
Bo
know
Nickel
if-
either.
Bo Nickel is necessarily. It depends on where it happens, because if it happens in Abu Dhabi, he's going to be allowed to grab the cage to fucking defend his takedowns, you know. But like, does Bo Nickel really deserve like a ranked opponent? Right? I think he needs one more before a ranked opponent, and then maybe like you can give him a slightly higher ranked opponent. Like instead of just giving him like number 15, you can maybe give him like number 12 or
Yeah,
number
Bo
11.
Nickel should be nowhere near the rankings right now. His last two
Yeah.
fights were genuine dog shit.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
looked awful.
How you get fucking slammed off by Cody Brundage, bro?
He made a
I don't
meal
know.
out of that fight. I thought his last one, the Paul Craig one, really pissed me off because like if he just come out and said it was a bad performance, I could have taken it. But going on like he did really well.
Yeah,
Pissed
guys,
me off.
I mean, I dominated that fight. Now I'm gonna go home and drink my blueberry smoothie, and I'm gonna eat some steak with some eggs and honey, and yeah, I dominated that fight, guys.
You know, they
Like,
could make
bro,
Mikael Pereira fight Shara too. That'd be a good one.
I think
Yeah.
Mikael Pereira would beat the fuck out of him. But the thing with Mikael Pereira is he's dumb as he's another guy who's like very
He's got no
athletic.
cardio. He had a
He's
fucking
got no
exchange
cardio
of
and he's
cardio
dumb.
against Hernandez,
Yeah.
bro. I picked
No,
him
but
round one
the thing-
TKO.
I tell you something, yeah. Fluffy though, I've been talking about Fluffy for years. Yeah, Fluffy is one of my favorite fighters, man. He is so underrated. He's somebody I made like a prediction video at the start of 2024, and I predicted that he was going to be in the top 5 by the end of the year. And I genuinely think
Yeah.
if he hadn't got injured, he would have been there.
Maybe. I mean, it's just like, who do you think he beats to get to that position?
I think he's going to beat Brendan Allen. He's got that next.
Yeah.
I reckon he beats him, and that puts him just outside the top 5. And then the only people I see dealing with Fluffy
That puts him
Hernandez
at like number 8, in my opinion.
yeah, I would say I could see him breaking into the top 5 this year because I think
Like-
he could beat Vittori. I think Cal Baralho. I think he'd beat Cal Baralho as well.
What the fuck? Shut the
No,
fuck
no.
up.
No,
really do.
no, no.
Shut the no, not
I
at all.
really do. All right, well, do you know what? Yeah,
No.
I'm glad you've brought this up here because I reckon that's gonna happen this year.
That would be a good fight.
Okay. Hear me out. So, Mikael Pereira, I would say that Kyle Barajo has as good as striking, if not better than him, but he has more cardio. Fluffy literally got hurt to the body in that fight. If Mikael Pereira had more than an exchange of cardio, he would have beat the fucking shit out of him. But he hurt him to the body, and he was like, "Oh, forgot to do my fucking jumping jacks. I have no fucking gas tank anymore." Like,
I would say yeah, the gas the weakness to the body is definitely there for Fluffy, but I don't know, man. I think Cal's a little bit
you're telling me
overrated as well.
Barajo wouldn't fucking like just immediately fucking left hook to the fucking.
I think Fluffy would drag him into deep waters and drown him.
But Barajo does have the ability to wrestle fuck his opponents. Look what he did to Abbas, you know?
Abbas
he
isn't a
has
very
good-
good wrestler though.
I know, but like I'm just saying, like he does have grappling. Like he does.
Fluffy's a very good wrestler and he's got a chin and his cardio is off the chain. Like he can do
Sure, he's
that
got
all
a
day
chin, but
long.
he doesn't have fucking. He's weak to the body.
His
and I
problem is
think
the body.
Barajo would.
But then you know how dumb UFC fighters are though.
And I'm not trying to bring this up because everybody talks about how Barajo is a fighting nerd, but they do a lot of tape study, and I think he would target the body in that fight. He would probably be snapping a kick up there, definitely fucking hooking the body. Like he's gonna expose him.
What round?
I don't think he beats.
No, wait. What round did Fluffy take out Pereira?
I think it was the fourth.
It was
no, he's not beating Kaio. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
It's
He
also
was
like
done,
it
he
was.
was done after he was done. It wasn't even after the first round. It's after the first 30 seconds. Pereira was done.
Yeah,
like
he
top
was.
5
Yeah. It did take Fluffy. It did take Fluffy.
It was literally
a long time
3
to get rid of him.
consecutive 10-8 rounds. If that fight would have
Yeah.
gone to a decision, we would have been looking at like
a record-breaking
49,
lopsided
like
card.
44 or some shit, like a 48.
Yeah, it would have been like
How close is Barajo and Whitaker in the rankings?
right next to each other.
They're right next to each other. Yeah.
The only
That's what
person
he-
separating
I think
them
Whitaker's
right now
booked
is
though, isn't he?
Imavov, but he's going to move up the rankings.
Isn't Whitaker booked to fight somebody or potentially booked? They're talking about somebody. Who was it again?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's booked right now.
I swear
He's still figuring out his jaw, I think.
I thought I heard rumors of him fighting somebody. But then
I
I heard
don't
Whitaker
rumors
should
he's
fight
gonna move up.
Baraglio.
It's not strict. It's not Adesanya. It's not Chimaev. Obviously, it's not.
It's got to be
Imavov.
Baraglio.
Yeah, I think it is Baraglio. You know,
It's got to be Baraglio. There's no other like
I think
Vettori
Baraglio
too.
will beat Whitaker.
No.
I think Whitaker's a bit.
Because Vittori's booked against fucking what's his face, Delizzi in a rematch. So it's got it. You're not telling me they're gonna have, because okay, Imavov just beat Izzy. Izzy just lost. Hamzat just beat Whitaker. Baraglio's not matched up. Vittori's matched up. Cannonier's matched up. Allen's matched up. Delizzi's matched up. They're not doing a Paulo Costa rematch, and they're not giving him Anthony Hernandez because Hernandez is matched up. They're not giving him Jack Hermanson. It's got to be Baraglio versus Whitaker for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're right next to each other too.
Who the fuck just said Hamzat loses to Bo Nickel?
I think he's trolling.
There's no, bro. Like, nah, dude. You're funny. You're funny, bro.
Fluffy versus Pereira was
No,
the
but
fifth
Fluffy,
round.
Fluffy. I'm telling you, Fluffy. I don't think me saying Fluffy
Fifth
would
round
beat
for a
Baralho
Gaff
is
Pereira
that
round, come on.
outrageous. I don't think it's that mad.
What, Fluffy versus Baraglio?
Yeah, I don't think it's that mad. I think it's a closer
I don't
fight than
know.
people think.
Like, Baraglio does have power. Like, he does have power.
There's something about Fluffy that's just. I just think. I do. There is the worry that he should have finished Mikel Pereira earlier, but he beat the dog shit out of him.
There was moments in that fight where I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no way you're going to let this go to a fourth and then stop it. You got to give him the moral victory unless if he's actually out cold. Because you let it go on for so long. Like, there was moments in the third where I was like, bro, why is he still, like, why are you not stopping this, dude?
Yeah, I mean, he should have been out of there in the second, really. I think there were multiple times during those rounds when you could have stopped it, but
yeah, 100%. I mean,
yeah,
it's just
I've
like,
got a lot of faith in Fluffy. I reckon he's gonna, and I like the fact that he's quietly going about his business.
like, okay, with Fluffy, here's my thing. If we go through everybody who's ranked ahead of him, I think that weirdly he might, like, Costa might fluke a win over him because I think Paulo Costa's explosive early, and I think he has better gas tank than Michel Pereira. I think he might be able to, like, actually fucking put him out early. So I might lean Paulo Costa in that matchup, but like I think he beats Delizzi, Allen, probably Cannonier. Cannonier's a bit washed. I think he beats Vittori. I don't think he beats Baraglio or Imavov, or maybe I think he beats Whitaker. But other than that, anybody above and Izzy, I think he beats Izzy.
What exactly do you think he can beat Baraglio with?
I think just gassing him out, and because Baralho does have a gas tank issue, I think Fluffy just does that to people. I think the volume, and I think just the fact that he dictates where the pace of the fight is going. We've seen
Right,
Baralho
but
gas out.
okay.
I think it would just be again.
I want to reiterate.
I'm
You
not
said
saying he starts
Baraglio
him
has a
out.
gas tank issue, right? But we've seen him go minimum 3 rounds of wrestle fucking Abyss, right?
No, but it depends.
3 rounds.
If you're being, if
Hear
you're
me
being
out.
the
Hear me out.
hammer, though, it's
He can
easier
at least
to be.
he can at least go 3 rounds. Yeah,
But
at
that's
that
being
pace.
the aggressor. That's being the aggressor,
Yeah.
though. That's the issue. It's like if he's like getting, if he's getting
I don't
wrestle
know. Fluffy
fucked.
couldn't finish Michel Pereira, like JVD was saying. He finished him in the 4th round. It took him so
Fifth.
long to finish him.
Could have
Fifth
been the
round.
fifth,
Sorry, yeah,
it could have
5th.
been the fifth, yeah.
Like, fucking what the fuck, dude?
He was
But
done after
like
30
it's like you
seconds,
said,
man.
man. He was 10-8 in him in every round.
He was, but he wasn't finishing him. That's the issue. Like his
I don't know, man.
finishing potential is just like
I don't think it's outrageous to say that he beats Baralho. I'm saying that there's a path to victory. I can see why people would beat Baralho. I'm not saying Baralho's bad, but
for me it's like
there's a path
70
to victory.
Baralho, 30% Fluffy. Like that's how I would look at that matchup.
I would if I had to go the same way, I would have probably said 55-45. I'd barely
Fair
edge
enough.
Fluffy in a fight with him. I barely would. I think Fluffy's been somebody that I've, like I said, I kind of want him to do well as well because I've been on board with him since early, like since he fought you know that juiced up guy, the guy who came in as like Rodolfo Vieira.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of been on his bandwagon since then. Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like Fluffy. I think he's really good. It's just I don't know. I don't see him beating Borralho. It's just I think Borralho is as high as he is in the rankings for a reason. You know, I mean, he, in my opinion, he did TKO Cannonier. Like, I thought that fight should have been stopped. He ended up surviving, but like, if we're gonna call off the Nasruddin Imavov fight with Adesanya, you got to call off that Cannonier fight. They're pretty similar if you look at it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. I don't think there's any debate about the stoppage on the weekend. I thought Izzy was clearly out of it.
Okay, my thing about it is like watching it for the first time before seeing the replay, I was like, dude, that's a bit of an early stoppage. He looked like he was getting back up and whatnot. It kind of gave me flashbacks to Strickland knocking him down. And then I watched the replay when I missed it the first time where he landed the follow-up like overhand. And I was like, oh shit, like, nah, he's done. Like, and you see him like go out, you know, and then he kind of got woken back up.
Yeah, I saw him go out and come to. And that's
I think
why
it was the second. You know, when he uppercutted him when he went down.
Yeah.
I think that was the moment it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the when he started to follow, like if he would have left him there after that second follow-up, I think it would have been he would have been out cold like 100%, but I think he kind of woke him up by like hopping on him, kind of like it was similar to, not exactly like mirror perfect,
Lopez,
but Ortega. Yeah, there you go.
Good example.
Perfect example is like he fucking knocked out Ortega and then he woke him up with the follow-up shot, and then it was just like, I don't know.
Sniff, quick question. Sniff, do you wanna fill this one? What do you reckon? How do you reckon Dricus does this Saturday against Strickland?
I think Dricus is gonna win, but I don't know, man, because Strickland doesn't have finishing power. So it's like if he wins, it's gonna be a point thing, and I just think Dricus, he's gonna fucking overcome that shit.
It's gonna be in the later rounds, like the first fight. He's gonna lose early, and then he's gonna win again. And I think it's either gonna be a DDP finish or it's going to be a mirror to the first fight. It's gonna be a split decision, and people are gonna call robbery again. And it's just like, dude, oh my God.
It would really put the cat amongst the pigeons if Strickland was to win, though.
I need to eat.
Oh, see you, JD.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Yeah, I would. I actually think DDP is going to smash him out this time.
Yeah, I think DDP. I reckon 4th round TKO.
Yeah, I reckon he gets a finish.
Something tells me though.
Bones is saying the same thing.
I don't know what it is, but there's some gut feeling that's telling me. I don't know if I'm just listening to too many people on social media and going against my own gut feeling, but I feel like Strickland actually might do something fucking crazy this fight. Like,
he's got to.
I don't know.
This is going to be his last chance.
There's like a voice in my head telling me like in the 4th round he's gonna like 10-8 Dricus somehow, and it's gonna go to like a very weird scorecard. Like maybe somebody scores it a draw or some shit. My gut says DDP 4th. Yeah, me too. That's what I've been saying. But I feel like something big is gonna happen in the 4th round. I don't know why. It's gonna be the 4th round. Something crazy is gonna happen.
I think Hamzat beats all of them. That's what I think. Like easily.
I think Dricus flukes his way to a win against Hamzat. Weirdly.
It would have to be a fluke.
It would literally be like he would shoot in for a takedown and then DDP would get some weird ass guillotine and like somehow finish it.
No, I'm still of the belief here. I think Dricus would be I still think that Hamzat, if you get him out of that first round, you're good. I think DDP would be very, very hard to finish in the first round.
Exactly.
I think he's very, very physically strong. I don't think Hamzat would be able to. I think if, like I said, if you get him out of that first round, he's fucked. And I know Dricus looks like he's got gas tank issues, but I think he's been all right. Like,
no, I think he does fine with his gas tank. I think after the Whitaker fight when he got the surgery, or was it before or after the Whitaker fight where he's talking about his surgery and everything? I don't know. I feel like DDP is one of those guys who's hard to out muscle. Like if we look at who Hamzat submitted in his last fight, Whitaker should be a welterweight. If we're being real with ourselves,
he is a welterweight.
Yeah, I mean, like he's not a big.
He's become a thick middleweight now. He does look like he's got but he's a bit short is the issue, and his range, his length, his reach isn't amazing.
I think he's a present for Hamzat. Looking back on it in hindsight, he's a present because he's not like a big middleweight. Like Dricus is, in my opinion, I think he's like a big enough middleweight who could out muscle Hamzat and not get like bullied by Hamzat.
The thing is, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but the thing is, when the Whitaker matchup was made, I was convinced that Whitaker was going to get out of that first round the same way I'm talking about Dricus now. So I'm kind of with Sniff. Like, I think, like, as much as I hate to admit it, because I've talked ill of Hamzat for years, and
Me
said,
too.
I mean, I've got videos
Well,
on my channel
bro, the
saying he's never
fucking
going to be a
Burns
champion.
performance and the Usman performance were just like, okay,
Mm.
this guy's probably not as scary as we thought. Like,
Yeah, but he looked incredible in that Whitaker fight. He
yeah,
looked
I mean,
incredible.
he looks like he's actually built himself up to middleweight. Like before, he was kind of like missing weight at welterweight, and people didn't know if he should really be at welterweight. Now he's actually built himself into middleweight. I think he always was a middleweight, and he always is a big middleweight at that.
Yeah,
Hamzat would sub Sean. I agree. I think out of the two people fighting for the title this weekend, DDP has a better shot. I don't know about. I think Strickland would get subbed by him in the first round.
Strickland
But
even admitted it during training. He was saying Hamzat was like fucking everybody up. So
Yeah.
he basically admitted that shit.
yeah.
It's just
And that's the
scary,
thing.
you know?
What Manolet's saying is true as well. I mean, Drickus has a submission game, and he's freakishly strong as well.
I know he's
And
got
he
like
does have a
retard
gas
strength.
tank.
Has straight up retard strength, you know? Like it's weird.
Bruv, all those South Africans, yeah, I tell you, I used to work with a lot of South Africans. Those boys are built different. They
They
just
are.
are.
I don't know what it is, but like
They come from like
also
a rugby culture. So it's
do you
like,
know the I know he does roids, but do you know like Noel the bodybuilder? That guy?
No.
You might have seen him
oh, I
on
do. I
social
know him.
media.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking I know he's on roids and he's open about it, but like
Yeah.
he's still like if you look at him before roids, like he's still a fucking
big
big
dude.
boy. Like
The big dude. Yeah.
Those
He's a
guys got to
he's
be
a nice
tough.
guy.
Man.
I like that lad.
They got to be tough
Yeah.
down there. Look who they're surrounded by. Literally, they're
Fucking hell.
fighting for their fucking land.
no comment.
Fucking hell, Sniff.
Fighting against what? Spears?
Imagine having an all-black government that wants to fucking kill you. Like we have problems.
Yeah,
with
what do
just
they
the
have
13% here. Well, they got numbers. You know, so it's literally like zombie apocalypse in South Africa.
Fucking hell.
It's like round 100 on fucking Town from Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
It's like transit,
fucking hell.
bro. Oh shit.
Yeah, from what I've heard from them though, I mean, like they don't. I mean, the tensions are definitely depends on who you speak to, but because most of the guys, I knew both black South Africans and white South Africans. Like I worked with both of them, and they were very cool with each other where we worked, obviously. But you could maybe tell there was a little bit of tension there, I guess. But
Would you say that like if you weren't like working with them, that they would act differently towards each other? Is that what you're trying to say?
potentially, yeah. I mean, you can. The thing is, I think for this generation, you know, of like 25 and younger, they're more like unified. But certainly, like you can tell that their parents probably there was tension in the generation above them, which will probably be mine and Sniff's.
Yeah.
So it was there for sure. But no, it's they're good people though. Like South Africans are some of the most fun people to be around. They just know how. They're always down for like having briars, which is like their version of a barbecue.
Yeah.
They're just on like women pools, barbecues. That's basically their thing, and they're good people, man.
Do white people get invited to the cookout in South Africa?
I think they do mix. I think they do mix while they're there, as far as I know, because they all
Let's
speak
go.
Afrikaans. So it's like
Aspinall got subbed before Irrelevant. Yeah, he got subbed on the regional scene. It was like his third fight. Don't fucking bring that up, bro.
Hey,
I
isn't
hate
that guy
when
that
people do
subbed him? Isn't that guy trying to get in the UFC that subbed him?
if I
Yeah,
was
I
him, I
know.
would be. If I was him, I'd be trying to get in. This is what you
Yeah,
do.
okay, let me see. It was literally his third fight and it was a heel hook. What I remember watching the fight, what happened is it was Stuart Austin. Aspinall was trying to beat the fuck out of him on the ground. He was trying to ground and pound him to a TKO, and then he found himself in a heel hook, didn't know how to properly defend it, and panic tapped because he didn't want his fucking leg to explode.
So it was like Lesnar versus Mir, pretty much.
Yeah, but like on the regional scene when it was his third fight. And then
Yeah,
what was the other guy? It was the other guy's ninth fight. No, he was 8-2 at the time, so it was his 11th fight, bro. And it was Aspinall's like third. So people talking about that, it's just like, bro, what? I mean, I do have a
There's
bias
literally
towards
nobody in
Aspinall. I
heavyweight that
fuck
can
with him.
fuck with Aspinall. Like if Aspinall beats the fuck out of Jones, like everyone thinks he will, there's nobody
He
in
will.
heavyweight that's gonna.
Yeah, it's over. If
Who's gonna beat him though? Who's gonna beat him other than weirdly enough? Just hear me out. Almeida. I could see Almeida maybe holding him down for like 2 rounds.
No way.
I could see him trying to hold him down for 2 rounds.
Almeida was very lucky. Yeah, that Spivak is retarded because he almost lost that fight.
But I think he poses the best chance out of anybody. You look at Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane just lost to Volkov. Aspinall subbed Volkov in a round. Not to just use MMA
I think
math.
Cyril Gane could potentially be problematic. I think Cyril Gane's the. I mean, I don't think Cyril Gane would beat him, but I think he's
But
the
he's
only
also a
one.
part-time fighter.
That's true, but I think outside, I think he's the only one though. Jayton Almeida would get fucking destroyed, mate.
I don't
genuinely
know. I
believe
see
that.
it
Francis
weirdly like.
Ngannou, if Ngannou somehow, I don't know if he's still under contract. with
Ngannou's a good
PFL.
shout as well. Ngannou's one that would be scary.
Yeah.
Aspinall, I think Aspinall chins him.
He
I'm
would have to-
biased. I
he'd
like
have to,
Aspinall a
man.
lot. But
No,
like I
'cause-
think he chins him.
no, I think the improvements that Ngannou's made in the grappling and stuff is crazy.
Yeah, but I think
it's crazy.
Aspinall's jiu-jitsu is better than Ngannou's. Ngannou had a triangle thrown up on him against fucking Renan Ferreira. And that scared me. I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I think Aspinall's BJJ is enough. And I think Aspinall, like, I think he would honestly probably rugby tackle fucking Ngannou and take him to the floor and sub him.
I think this is a good point by Hustle Bones as well. I think like it's very hard to tell from a Tom fight where his weaknesses are because
he
the
just
fight's
finds the
usually
chin in the
over.
first minute. He's just like 1-2, boom, you're dead, and now I'm on top. Like, I rewatched the Curtis Blades 2 fight. It is actually fucking scary how fast he not only just put him down, but I freeze framed it. You could literally see him full fucking sprint towards his fucking almost unconscious body. This dude is fucking terrifying to be around.
No,
And
he-
it's a
he's
shame
really
that
like a pit
UFC's not
bull.
promoting him.
Yeah, he's like a pit bull, man. He reminds me of like almost like Mike Tyson, where he's like in and out, he hits you, and then you're done.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
so fast.
But this is
It's the
MMA where he can
speed that's
fucking
scary.
jump on top of you. Like,
Yeah.
that's the scariest part, is because he's like what everybody, like how everybody glazes Mike Tyson in his prime, where he hits you and then you're just done.
Mhm.
Imagine if Mike Tyson could do follow-up shots on the floor. That's how scary it is. And imagine if Tyson had a fucking legit grappling background. He's that scary level. I don't want to compare him to Mike Tyson because there's a lot of nuance to it, but like it's the scariness factor. What everybody thinks Mike Tyson is in his prime, that is Aspinall, but like in MMA.
Yeah,
Now, what
I
about
don't hate that.
Pereira at heavyweight fighting Aspinall? That would be interesting.
Oh, he'd get fucking subbed
Nah,
in like a minute.
he'd get dragged to the ground and battered.
Yeah.
Because okay, Jan Blachowicz, who's a light heavyweight, was able to control Pereira for parts of their fight. Imagine what Aspinall
I'll
does.
be honest with you. Yeah, with I hype up Alex Pereira a lot. I think he kind of lost that fight to Blachowicz. If I'm being honest, it was very close. It wasn't a robbery.
I see the argument, but I like Pereira so much that I'm just gonna be shut up.
But bear in mind, the thing is, yeah, I bet on Pereira for that fight.
Mhm.
And literally when I was like, yeah, money could be gone here, and I wouldn't have argued. That's how I knew. Because usually when you bet on somebody, the fight's close. You're kind of like, well, you try to make every reason. You mainly focus on the good things the guy you've bet on is done.
I had
you end up
$50
seeing
on
it in-
Cyril Gane, and I still couldn't find a way for him to win that fight against Volkov in the rematch.
Oh, the Gane one. The Gane lost to Volkov 100%.
I know.
That was a clear 2-1.
There is more of an argument for 30-27 Volkov than there is for
Volkov clearly won
fucking-
that fight. There's no debate
I
for me.
know.
I mean, that's an easy one. That was an easy one. But yeah, I thought Jan beat Pereira, but it was razor close. I thought it was like, and again, to echo your point, I think Aspinall just batters him.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna beat Ankalaev though, because I think Ankalaev again is dumb as a bag of rocks. I think he's gonna try and strike with him and get chinned
Yeah.
because he's stupid.
I'll get to that in a second. Hold up. I'll be right back.
Cool. Yeah, so Sniff, what you got planned for the rest of the evening? I actually don't know how. I think I'm probably planning on bouncing soon myself because I've got to get to sleep soon. I've got work in the morning.
I'm gonna well,
Are you going
texted
live
my
tonight?
guy. No, I'm gonna get these mushrooms, man. I'm at the park right now.
We do need to discuss this DMT thing though at some point. I want to get on it.
What
Yeah, I
were
do
we?
too. That's something
What
I'll
were we
try.
saying? Ankalaev versus Pereira.
Yeah, you can quickly go. I'm literally going to bounce in the next couple of
I
minutes. You
think
can definitely have your
Ankalaev's
say on that one.
He's gonna have the first 2 rounds. He's gonna fill it out on the feet with Pereira, and then he'll shoot in the third. But I think Pereira's gonna knock him out in those first 2 rounds because I think Ankalaev wants to see how his striking holds up, and I think Pereira's gonna catch him, but he'll shoot in the third.
That's not a
because he wants to prove. Because if Ankalaev, I think he is being honest when he says he wants to try and fuck with Pereira on the feet. Because if he can knock out Pereira on the feet, superstar, absolute superstar. Everything he's been saying about, oh, Pereira's a ducking me, he knows I'm the real challenge and everything, without using his grappling, dude, fucking superstar. But I think he'll sacrifice 2 rounds to do such. But if things aren't going his way, if
I
he's
think
getting
he's gonna get
tagged,
thinned out in the first 2, I reckon. But I'm gonna
yeah,
anyway,
I
like,
think, yeah.
I appreciate having you on. I'm gonna have to call it a day here.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Noodle, I need to have you on during the week. Give me a shout by DM, and I'm probably gonna be back on Tuesday. If you got time on Tuesday,
Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday should work.
I'd love to have you on again. Same with you, Sniff, man. It was good to have you on again, man. I've missed having you on, bro.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
too, man.
later,
I'll
man.
see y'all later. Take care.
Yeah, catch you later. Guys in the chat, thank you very, very much for pitching up today. I really appreciate all of you. I've put a link for No Chill's musical MMA video in the description. If you guys could check that out. If you could throw up a like on the stream before you head out, I'd really appreciate it as well. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. As always, it's been a fun one. A bit of a different one this Sunday. Shout out to JVD Media and his channel as well. Get over there and give him a sub. Shout out to Good Noodle MMA. Check him out. He's coming up as well. Give that guy a sub. Sub to Sniff. He's always a lot of fun. Really good dude as well. So to Coach Nate, Hustle Bones, everyone, Manolette, guys who were in the chat today. Kloss, fucking everyone who was in here, Anakin MMA, Larry, Mr. Picks and Packs. I'm assuming Mr. Picks and Packs has a channel as well, so check him out. Shout out to everyone who came in. I really appreciate every single one of you. And Larry, thanks for hanging out on the Sunday. Shout out to No Chill. Shout out to everyone. I'll see you all on Tuesday. I've got a short drop in tomorrow, but check out No Chill's video. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and we'll have another catch up then. Maybe talk about the next card. Probably do a panel then too. Take it easy, guys. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure.